And I can read those commercials if you want sometime.
Live from Plainfield High School is Indiana High School sectional football as the 2-7 Plainfield High School Quakers are set to take on Danville High School, who is 4-5 on the year. Good evening. I am J.P. Sinclair, joined by Doug Edens, and this is the AudioSportsOnline.com pregame show. Thank you for listening to Plainfield Varsity Football, powered by AudioSportsOnline.com. This broadcast is brought to you by the Hendricks County Flyer, Rhodes & Kinley LLP, Compico Office Solutions, American Family Insurance, Doug Hawk Agency Incorporated, Wicker Construction, Julia Burbridge of Remax Centerstone, the Niagara Bottling Company, the Beacon Sign Company, the Three Pints Brew Pub, Carey Digital, Jimmy John's, Dugan Chevrolet, Dugan Sports Performance, and the Coachman Restaurant and Lounge, BMO Harris, and the Payroll Department. The last game out for Plainfield High School was a 37-14 loss to Martinsville High School. Senior Josh LaRue for the Artesians really torched this Quaker secondary for 394 yards on 30 of 40 passing and 2 touchdowns. He did also run for 1 score in that one as well.
Yeah, the Quakers lost the last 4 games against Martinsville. That's actually kind of a spotty history. They're 4-5 now against Martinsville since the Arties joined the Mid-State. But you know, Coach Woodard said at the beginning of the year, JP, that this was a young team, and 2-7.
2 or 3 seniors on the other side of the ball.
Exactly.
All year long.
2-7. That's probably about what we expect.
Well, you know, and you also look at the sectional draw for Plainfield. If they're able to beat Danville tonight, a team who they did beat earlier on the year in the second game of the season at Lucas Oil Stadium, if they get the W here tonight, then they have to face Northview or Lebanon. And then on the other side of the bracket, though, it's almost really a good draw when you look at it, because Roncalli and Bishop Chatard are on the other side of the bracket, and you wouldn't have to face them till the sectional finals if you're able to make it that far.
Roncalli and Chatard. Well, there's always, a major fly in the ointment sometimes. But, if that's how you get to the state is by playing those kind of teams. And, the parochials have shown, by and large, they're most of the elite nowadays. And so, I can still remember when Plainfield went to the state championship in 2000. Ironically, Danville went the year before. And there have been 4 teams in this county, Brownsburg, Tri-West, Plainfield, and Danville, who have played for a state championship in football. Brownsburg and Tri-West have both won. Plainfield,
Brownsburg back-to-back titles in 84-85.
Well, see, the thing about it is that they jumped class, too, and repeated. And I believe they were the first school ever to do it. So that was very, very impressive under Coach Mike Godin. And but that's not bad. Speaking of the county, when 4 of your schools can play for the state.
Yeah, we talk about this young Plainfield team, but you think about it, I mean, as young as they are, this is a good opportunity to get some playoff football experience.
Well, they've got, exactly, and they've got kind of history on their side. They've won since the series was resumed a few years back under then Coach Chuck Schwanekamp. The Quakers have won all 10 matches between them and Danville. So, Danville's got a little bit of incentive. This is the first time they've played each other. Plainfield has played 2 other county schools, and they've also played 2 other schools in the Mid-State in the postseason. So, again, we'll see. And also, this will be a chance for the Quakers to win one at home, which they weren't able to do during the regular season.
Yeah, they have 1 road victory and then 1 neutral site victory.
Which came at the expense of
Danville.
The Danville Warriors.
Plainfield is coached by head coach Brian Woodard. He is in his 9th year at the helm of Plainfield with a combined record of 57-40. Last check, the rankers come in ranked 123rd in the state. Head coach Woodard as we talked about the combined record 57-40. He also does the weekly podcast, the Brian Woodard Show. Mm-hmm. It's archived on AudioSportsOnline.net under the Plainfield tab. Coach Woodard said he wants his team to realize this is almost a new season for the team when you get to sectionals. At the beginning of sectionals, each team is 0-0, and it's winner take all. Coach said the previous game against Danville can almost be thrown out the window with how both teams have changed and grown this season. Dylan Foster and Jacob Maple, pretty much the two featured running backs in this Plainfield game, were not suited up for that Danville game.
Yeah, and Plainfield actually had time to throw, which poor Colin Nicewander hasn't had a lot to boast about this year. That's one of the things we were looking at. The offensive and defensive lines have been really, really sore spots for the Quakers this year. Again, 2-7, and when you can't protect the quarterback, he has a hard time completing passes.
Let's go and take a look at Danville at a glance. This Warrior team is just an extremely aggressive team, as you'll see tonight. And they pretty much are that way in all three facets of the game, offensively, defensively, and special teams. They run a unique defensive look, a 3-3-5, so they'll have 3 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers, and then 5 in the secondary. I'd imagine a lot of those secondary players are still going to be up at the line, considering the fact Plainfield doesn't necessarily throw the ball downfield. They rely more heavily on that north-south running game. So Danville will still have 3 safeties on the field, 2 cornerbacks deep. Offensively, it'll be a widespread attack for this Danville Warriors team. They're coached by Russ Sumner in his 4th year. He is 19-22 overall and 4-5 this season.
Yeah, Danville has always had the reputation as being a giant killer. In this particular county especially, they have feasted on Plainfield in the past. They haven't lately, and I'm sure that Coach Sumner has reminded them of that. And I'm sure that's going to be an incentive. But, yeah, they really turned around a little bit after the loss in Lucas Oil Stadium to Plainfield and played very, very well coming down the stretch. I thought it was interesting that former Quaker coach Dave Teeney is on their staff. And good old Dick Burrows, who was a long-time Danville Warrior head coach, also on their staff as well. So they've got some continuity there, got some county continuity, and that's always a good thing. But Danville's always been sort of a feisty bunch, and I can remember, you may not believe this, knowing high school football as you do, but I can remember when they used to, their most bitter rival was Avon.
I can imagine that. A little bit of a US 36 rivalry.
They're just down the street, and I can remember them just licking their chops when they played the Orioles. Of course, they probably wouldn't now, but
no.
Avon
7-2 on the season, having an outstanding year. 6A.
6A. I mean, that's strong, and of course, Danville growing to 4A, and I wouldn't have believed that.
No.
But anyway, this will be a good one, and we'll just see what happens. We'll see who shows up.
Well, this Danville team is averaging about 22 points per game on the year, but they also give up around 22 points per game on the year as well. We talked about that Plainfield-Danville matchup in Week 2 of the season. It was a victory for the Quakers, a 23-14 final victory. I know a lot of those points came from the leg and kicker, Morgan Hagee, who had 11 points in that game and was really one of the major factors, at least offensively, for Plainfield in that game from his kicking ability.
And one of the touchdowns that the Quakers scored was on a defensive fumble return. So offensively, that's when they started struggling, was after that, after the Danville game, when they just went through that dry spell, lost to Mooresville and lost to Roncalli, and only put 9 points on the board, I think, for a stretch. So that it was really, really tough. Offensively, again, like I said before, they've really struggled. You have to have good linemen, and that's one of the things that Woodard stressed at the beginning of the season, that they'd lost some people up front. That's what you have to have. You have to have good offensive linemen who are going to run block well and who are going to protect the passer. Conversely, you're going to have a good defensive line that's going to be able to put up a pass rush. That's one of the things the Quakers have really been lacking. They haven't been able to put any pressure on the passer. You saw what Decatur Central did. You saw what Mooresville did. Both of their quarterbacks, they looked like they were posing for a Sports Illustrated poster.
Yeah, I think one of the major moves that Coach Woodard did make this year, starting with the Franklin Community game, was moving Rondre Roy from a backup position behind Bryce Biddle onto that starting defensive line. And it's really paid dividends as they have been able to rush the quarterback a little bit more in the later half of the season.
Yeah, I really kind of liked that Coach Woodard was actually running Bryce Biddle at running back. And I believe he scored a couple, didn't he?
He has scored one touchdown.
Against Franklin, or I believe that he was part of that
actually,
win.
2 touchdowns, you're right.
I know that he was part of that win against the Grizzly Cubs, but I just wanted to say a congrats to Decatur Central for winning the Mid-State.
Yeah,
I did remember
Decatur
that.
Central's a good team. I think I think it'll be them and Cathedral in 5A, but they have a very good team. Does these Decatur Central Hawks?
We'll take a look at that too at the half.
Yeah. It's 60 degrees here tonight at kickoff with winds out of the southwest at 6 miles per hour. No % chance of rain tonight, or snow for that matter, as we get a little bit later in the fall season.
I had frost on my windshield when I went in this morning.
I've had frost on my windows the last 2 mornings. I had to get the ice scraper out the other day.
It's way too early. Way too early.
Well, let's go and talk a little bit about the starting lineups, and we'll start with Plainfield. You talked about that young offensive line.
Starting line.
Oh, we'll take a quick timeout for the national anthem, and then we'll come back for the starting lineups. You're listening to AudioSportsOnline.com coverage of Plainfield High School football. Welcome back to Plainfield High School, where the Plainfield High School Quakers are getting set to take on the Danville High School Warriors. Let's go and talk about the starting lineups for Plainfield. We talked about it in the pregame. They're a little young on that offensive line, only 2 seniors. One of those seniors, pretty much on either side, one of those seniors is Alex Ray, 5'11", 240. From left to right, Jacob Morris, the junior, 5'10", 260. At center is the sophomore, 5'11", 260, Jacob Spray. Connor Kennedy will fill in the right guard spot. He's the lone freshman on that offensive line at 230 pounds and 5'11" is his height. Nolan Russell will be the other senior on the other side, on the right side. That's the senior, 6'3", 260. Under center will be Colin Nicewander, the 5'10", 165-pound junior. He is 39 of 94 on the season throwing the ball with 592 yards to his credit, 4 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. His go-to targets will be on the outside Dante Keys, the sophomore, 5'10", 175 pounds. Also Clayton White on the other side, junior, 5'7", 140 pounds. Zach Archer and Gavin Ritter will also be featured at occasional spots. Zach Archer is the 6'2", junior, 180 pounds. Gavin Ritter, the 160-pound, 5'10", sophomore. The tight end will be Devin Spalding, the 5'11", 230 junior. The main running back will be junior Dylan Foster, 158 pounds, 5'10" is his height. Backing him up will be Jacob Maple, also a junior, 6'3", 185 pounds. At the fullback position will be Tristan Southwood, a 5'10", 220-pound junior. And backing him up will be Bryce Biddle, the 240 sophomore. He is 6 feet high. Conversely, for the Danville defense, their defensive line starters is junior 5'10", 260-pound Sam Steers. At the nose tackle position will be senior Anthony Wilkie, 6 foot, 219 pounds. 195-pound Cody Caudle, the senior, 5'9", will be on the other side of that defensive line. The 4 linebackers will be senior Dylan Boyd, a 5'10", 155-pound senior. The other linebackers will include Austin Scamahorn, a 5'10", 210-pound senior, and Woody Harp, a 6 foot, 222-pound senior. As we talked about in that 3 safety position will be Nick Hamilton, 5'10", 148-pound senior, Ben Jones, a 5'11", 170-pound senior, and Nick Gillaham, a 5'9", 155-pound senior. At the cornerback position, 2 other seniors, Max Dragonet, a 5'11", 155-pound senior, and senior Jonathan Curtis, 6 foot, 185 pounds. For this Danville offense, from left to right, Austin Scamahorn, a 5'10", 210-pound senior. Cody Caudle, a 5'9", 195-pound senior. Senior James Bannock is a 6 foot, 287-pound center. At the right guard position will be sophomore Cameron Caudle, a 5'10", 198 pounds. At the right tackle position will be Austin Wodashek, a 6'2", 279-pound senior. Teams come out for the coin flip. As you can see at midfield, quarterback is Plainfield has won the toss and deferred, so the Danville Warriors will receive, and Plainfield will get the second half kickoff. Kristen Schabel is the quarterback for the Warriors. Is a 5'11", 165-pound sophomore. On the season, 67 for 156 attempts, 986 yards total, 10 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. He also has 76 carries on the year for 282 yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. They'll feature that spread offense, which will include Tanner Hubbard, Logan Knotts, Nick Hamilton, Connor McGovern. You'll also see Nick Gillingham, Trevor Schubert, Jonathan Curtis, and so they'll have a lot in the passing game to offer, but their main threat is going to be Ben Jones, the 5'11", 170-pound senior. He has 105 carries on the year for 532 yards and 6 touchdowns. Dylan Boyd will be his backup, 5'10", 175 pounds.
Well, that's what I like about Coach Sumner. Very, very unpredictable. A guy that you can't fall asleep on, you can't take for granted. You got to be prepared all the time. So this ought to be a good one.
We'll get to Plainfield's defensive starters here in a minute when they take the field. Morgan Hagee gets sets to tee it up and kick it off. Back deep to return for Danville is Schubert and Boyd. Hagee's kicks away from the 40. Very high kick. Might go into the end zone. It's fielded at about the 1 and pulled out by Schubert. Schubert makes a move at the 15 and gets ahead to the 20. Check that. That's not Schubert on the carry. Oh, yes, it is. It is Trevor Schubert. Always stick to your original plan. That's what I say, and I should have done that. Schubert was the carry.
And it looks like that was Corey Bennett on the tackle for Plainfield, number 83.
Defensive starters for Plainfield up front: Bryce Biddle, Roger Roy, and Matt Muller. At the in the linebacker corps, Kevin Tomlinson, Hunter Lyford, and Seth Knuckles and Coy Anderson. In the backfield, the defensive backfield, is Clayton Clements, Mark Dahm, Tyler Maple, and Corey Bennett. Three receivers near side, 2 to the left. Quick screen pass set up to the left side, and it's fielded and brought ahead for a gain of about 6. Curtis on the reception for 6 yards.
It's like Dayton Clements on the tackle for Plainfield. Going with a virtual no huddle.
So, very interesting formation when you look at it. Curtis is almost facing his quarterback. Handoff goes to 18, and that is Ben Jones.
Close to the first down.
Yeah, I'll be just shy.
Looks like number 53 on the stop, Hunter Lyford.
How much did he get there on that rush?
It looks like it's 3rd and 1, 3rd and short. So about 4.
About 3 yards.
Oh, I see, yeah. Oh, that's an interesting spot. I thought he was a little closer than that.
Well, Fishers will take the measurement. We don't have our usual Leck here to keep stats, so I'm going to try and do my best here. I can't promise anything. Leck is the master of it. While we have the measurement, let's go and take a moment to thank some of our sponsors, and we'll start with the Hendricks County Flyer.
Thanks to our friends at the Hendricks County Flyer that have helped make tonight's video webcast possible. Please check them out online as well as watch tonight's game at flyergroup.com. And as a subscriber, a loyal subscriber, I hardly recommend that.
It'll be 3rd and 1, really 3rd and inches, really. Just about the nose of the football is all the Danville Warriors have to go to get the first down. We'll see how they decide to play it. Talked about a very aggressive team is Danville. Plainfield has a lot of people in the box close to the line of scrimmage. They look like they're going to play tight up front. Handoff goes to Ben Jones up middle for the first down and then more.
Looks like Mark Dahm on the stop. That was a nice inside move that he made and cut right through the hole on the right side.
Very, very quick moving here. I think he got about 6 yards on that carry, did Jones. So Schabel now in an empty backfield, shotgun, 2 receivers near side, 3 spread out to the left. Takes the snap, looks left, quick throw set up to the left side for a 6-yard gain ahead up to Nick Gilliam on the reception for the 6 yards. So that'll make that 7 yards. So it'll bring out 2nd and 3. 2 receivers near side, 1 running back behind Schabel. And the handoff goes to Jones up the middle for the first down, and then a little bit more, called a gain of 4.
It looked like we had a Quaker who was shaken up a little bit.
Looks like that's
number 78,
Roy.
who was, and they're taking him off now, but
he
got up.
fine coming off the field, I will say that. Sprinted off that field, didn't he?
Yeah, he sure did.
2 receivers near side, 1 to the left. Schabel takes it. Has plenty of time to throw, but can't complete on the pass.
Well, Gilliam was well covered. Coy Anderson was on him on the inside shoulder, and it was a little too high for him.
So, Schabel is 1 of 2 on receptions. Or check that, he is 2 of 2. Two receivers near side, 1 to the left. Schabel in a pistol variation. Hands off, goes to Jones up ahead. And he's brought down after a very short gain of, call it, 2. So to bring out 2nd and 8. Clements, among others, on the stop for Plainfield.
That was a nice play right up at the line of scrimmage. Great run support there.
Check that, because the incomplete pass is actually 3rd and 8. Plainfield has a chance to make a big defensive stop here.
They sure do.
They can.
Yep.
Schabel takes it. Has pressure on the left side. Can't get him on the hit is Coy Anderson. Schabel will throw it downfield, and that'll only be an incomplete pass on the outside. Good pressure by Coy Anderson, even though he wasn't able to bring Schabel down in the backfield.
Yeah, you got to play a quarterback a little bit better than that, because
Schabel didn't see him till late either. Had him coming from his blind side. And
Schabel's been really high on his throws. Those last 2 you had to be 9 feet to get them.
Well, he is a sophomore. Could have a little bit of the postseason jitters.
Yeah, that could be.
Brandon Seiler on for the punt. He has a 31-yard average on the season. Nobody back to return for Plainfield. And it's a pooch punt, and it will take a favorable Danville bounce close to the 5-3-2, close to the 2-yard line for the Warriors. So Plainfield will be in a tight spot to start their first offensive possession.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what that was about, but anyway, BMO Harris, established in 1882 as Harris Bank and owned by BMO Financial Group since 1984, BMO Harris Bank has grown to become one of the largest banks in the Midwest, serving personal, commercial, and affluent customers. Are located Plainfield, 2609 East Main. You can call them 839-3501.
So Plainfield will start their drive at about the 2-yard line, so almost the length of the field to go. Handoff goes to Southwood up the middle, and he gets ahead for a gain of about 2.
And it looked like that was Jonathan Curtis, the senior, for Danville on the stop.
Curtis on the year. It's 46 tackles as well as a forced fumble and interception to his credit. Similar formation for Plainfield, and Danville jumps. So the hard count works, favors, and pays dividends for the Plainfield Quakers, and that'll back Danville up a little bit.
Give Plainfield a little bit of a breathing space here. I think coaches always get nervous when you're inside your 5.
Just coaches? I think as a fan, I do too. Clayton White comes near side. Wide to the right is Dante Keys. Nicewander under center with Southwood and Dylan Foster behind him. Quick throw from Nicewander to the left side for Clayton White. Gets it at the 15. Gets ahead to about the 17 before he's finally pushed out. So,
looks like he's got a first down. That's what they wanted.
Called a gain of 6 on the play. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 20 for the Quakers. Handoff this time goes to Foster. Crosses the line of scrimmage and gets bounced around. Gets ahead for a short minimal gain of, call it, 1.
Looks like Jonathan Curtis again on the stop.
Clayton White goes wide to the right. In the slot on that right side is Dante Keys. I formation for Nicewander once again. Nicewander will take it. Hand off to Dylan Foster. Finds a seam on the right side and was wrapped up fairly well by Danville that time. And couldn't really break through, as we've typically seen Foster do a lot this year. Called a gain of 4.
Looks like Christian Lemmerman, the junior, on the stop for Danville. Number 57.
So it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Quakers. Clayton White and Dante Keys both go again to the right side. Nicewander this time in a variation of the pistol. Had one running back to his right. He'll roll to that right side, look for Dylan Foster, has him in the open field, gets the first down and more, gets ahead to the 40, close down to the 50 before he's finally knocked down. So great quick throw that time from Nicewander to Foster, catches the Warriors napping.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was just a quick little out there in the flat, caught him in full stride. That's how you draw it up, that's how you execute it.
Called a gain of 16 on that play.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Motion man this time is Tyler Maple, or check that, Jacob Maple. And diving for it and unable to reel it in is Clayton White from the throw from Colin Nicewander. So that's his first incompletion of the night.
Well, Jacob Maple was wide open in the flat over here around the 40, and I think he had a little bit of room to run, but
about a 16-yard gain. Still going to be guessing on a lot of these stats, but I'm going to try my best. Zach Archer near side along with Dante Keys. Nicewander once again in the I formation under center. Takes it, hands off. That's Jacob Morris. Finds a seam on the left side. Has good blocking on the outside. Trying to use his wide receiver to block. And he'll get ahead to about the 51.
Well,
49 of Danville.
He looked like the Jacob Maple we've known before, and it was a nice way to introduce him, and nice little run for him.
Good blocking on the outside by the receivers of Plainfield on that run too.
Yeah.
Jacob, 34. That was what, a 4 or 5 yard gain? 2 receivers on the right side. Nicewander under center. A little pitch out. Goes to Maple, who's wrapped up and brought down for a major loss. Close to the original line of scrimmage, so about a loss of 6.
Well, sometimes you go to the well a little too often. Dylan Boyd shot the gap. That's what you're going to get with a senior. That's the one thing, is they've got a lot of seniors on this team, and that's how you do it.
I suppose if I was smart, I'd be adding the rushing totals as I go instead of just the individual totals. Nicewander sets the throw, has nobody there to, or check that, that's a punt.
Plainfield was trying to get down there. Hagee took off around the right side, and with the soccer
style punt, yeah.
Rugby, yeah. Shows you how much I watch international sports.
So it'll be placed at the 20 for this Danville offense. I'm terrible at keeping stats. I do apologize, folks. I'm going to do my best to try, though.
Going to have to be quicker on the spot announcements.
Oh, we got plenty of time. Don't worry about them. Shable comes out, an empty backfield set. 3 receivers near side, 2 to the left in that spread. Schabel takes it, looks left, quick throw. And it'll be a reception for a gain of, call it 5 to Connor McGovern. So very, very quickly, Danville with the gain of 5 yards. So bring out 2nd and 5 on about the 25. Schabel has it, man in motion. Coming to his backside is Jonathan Curtis, and they'll slow it up on a hard count. 10 seconds on the play clock. They pretty much changed the entire play at the line of scrimmage. Schabel takes it, looks to the right side, and once again overthrows his intended target on that right side, which was Curtis.
Number 7, Anderson, the coverage, brings up 3rd and 5 for the Warriors.
So it'll be 3rd and 5 for Danville. Two receivers near side, one to the right. Tight end formation facing in is Curtis. Curtis, the motion man. Handoff goes straight ahead to Benjamin Jones. And he will get ahead for a couple, but not enough for the first down.
I was really surprised because I thought he surged.
That was Jonathan Curtis on the rush.
And will Sumner go for it here? He's done it before. Or at least maybe fake it. The Quakers are playing like it's a
and it is
standard.
Punted. Very, very short, very, very low punt.
And it's picked up.
45 and rushed ahead to the other side of the 45. Good awareness that time from Clayton Clements on the return.
What a great play.
So Plainfield will have an excellent field position. Better than when they punted the ball away.
Yeah, and that looks like that was Bryce King, number 8 for Danville, who took him down, kind of recovered from a shock. Because I think they were kind of in not believing what was happening there.
Clayton White, wide right. Dante Keys near side. Colin Nicewander under center. 1st and 10 for the Quakers. Nicewander looks to that right side. Great move in the open field and getting ahead for a big gain is Dante Keys as soon as he got the reception.
That's Ben Jones on the stop along with Jonathan Curtis for Danville, but a great move to juke that first tackler.
10, 15, 16-yard gain that time on the reception by Keys. Nicewander looks to throw again. Looks again to Keys on the short pass. Can't quite break away, but it's still a positive gain up ahead for 3 on the pass to Keys.
Well, I think Bryce King might have been thinking about jumping that route, but he thought better of it and just stood there to make the tackle. It was a good play by King, though, to make that stop very quickly.
2 receptions and a quick 19 yards for Keys so far in the game. This time he comes near side. Clayton White wide to the right. I formation once again for Nicewander under center. Danville shows blitz. Has most everybody at the line of scrimmage. They're coming. Dylan Foster has it on the carry. Gets over to the left side. Has a little bit of room to work with. And up ahead for a short gain of about 3 is Foster.
Nice stop by Sam Steers, the junior, on the play for Danville.
3 carries for 8 yards for Foster here early. It'll bring up a 3rd and manageable 4th down for Nicewander at the Danville 22-yard line. 2 receivers far. Nicewander under center. Pressure coming from the right side. Nicewander takes it, finds Foster, who tries to plow his way ahead. He'll be just shy. So it'll be another 3-yard gain for Foster, but not enough for the first down.
Jonathan Curtis again on the stop for Danville. At least tripped him up.
Coach Woodard looks like he might go for it here. Sends in Coy Anderson in place of Clayton White, but Morgan Hagee remains on the sidelines.
Well, I think he thinks that he probably has Danville guessing here, as successful as he's been. I mean, they've had 2 possessions, and they've been able to move it pretty easily.
And they've been throwing the ball rather nicely here early as well. Danville has everybody at the line of scrimmage expecting the run, and they get it, but Foster's there to get ahead for the first down after the gain of 4.
Now that time you had excellent penetration by the offensive lineman. That's how you block. That's how the running back will respond.
Yeah, great blocking when you consider Danville was bringing the house really on the play.
Absolutely.
So that'll be 1st and 10 for Plainfield at the 16-yard line. 2 receivers either side for Plainfield in the I formation. They're pretty much their standard MO formation. Nicewater throws it, hit as he throws. Unable to reel in the pass in the end zone, though, is Gavin Ritter. So it'll bring out 2nd and 10. That's only Nicewater's second incomplete pass on the day.
Nice throw towards the corner of the end zone. It was pretty good coverage on the inside shoulder. Just didn't get it to him long enough.
Dante Keys near side. Clayton White goes wide to the right. Motion man is Jacob Maple. Nicewater under center. He'll hand off to Southwood, who gets ahead for a minimal gain. Maybe only 1 or 2. Call it 2.
And it looks like Sam Steers again at the bottom of the pile there.
So, isn't that 2nd down? Or no, Nicewater had the incomplete pass. So it's
right.
3rd and 8. Quick pitch goes to Maple on the right side, trying to get around the outside. Will get ahead for maybe a gain of 2.
Yeah.
And
I don't think he's going to chance it this time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll send on the field goal unit, and Morgan Hagee will come on to make the try.
This will be Hagee's 4th field goal attempt against Danville. He's been successful on his first 3.
He's 8 of 9 on the year, has a long of 49. We know Morgan Hagee definitely has the distance from here. This is pretty much a chip shot.
I think if it comes down to a kick, Plainfield will have this game, but that's to be played out.
Kick is up. And good.
I'd say Ball State's going to win a few games with him.
So 25-yard field goal for Morgan Hagee is good. And Danville takes the first lead of the game on a Morgan Hagee field goal at the 30. First quarter's going quick. 32-second mark in the first quarter.
And one of our sponsors, Rhodes and Nisley LLP. They're CPAs and financial advisors. They've been in business since 1990. They handle individual and business tax and accounting work. They're located at 8315 West 10th in Indianapolis. You can call them 271-1040 to set up an appointment.
Unbelievably fast first quarter. The game's only been being played for 23 minutes, and the first quarter is almost gone.
Well, you're only looking at 1 penalty, too. That's always kind of a plus side to that.
Danville does have that fast-tempoed offense.
So I think as long as the officials keep their hands in their pockets, we're in good shape.
So Morgan Hagee gets it set to kick it away. Boyd and Schubert back deep to return for Danville. Long kick. That one will be in the end zone. Almost out of the end zone. You think senior Morgan Hagee wants to go out with a bang this senior season? He banged that one.
Well, I'd like to see him kick in the Big Ten, but, I think he has a future. He's, you don't have to be really big to kick that ball, and, soccer proves that.
What's wrong with the MAC?
Oh, nothing's wrong with the MAC. I'm just an Indiana guy and old school, old enough to be your father.
2 receivers near side, 1 to the left for Danville. Pistol formation once again for Schabel. Motion man is somebody I don't have on my depth chart. And the fullback goes to, it's Ben Jones on the carry up ahead for a gain of 3.
And we've got Roger Roy on the stop, among others, for Plainfield.
So good to see him back in there after that being shooken up earlier.
And it looks like Danville's taking a timeout. And
We'll take one as well. Thanks to more of our sponsors.
Coppico Office Solutions is a local Xerox dealership. We sell and service copiers, printers, provide wide variety of technology solutions, providing and supporting all your business technology needs. Coppico is located 2924 Fortune, Circle West, Suite C. You can call 241-5800 or stop by Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. And the Avon Dental Center, I'll do one more.
Go ahead. I can read some if you want, but you're more than welcome to read them all.
They have provided custom-made mouth guards to the football program for the second consecutive year. They're celebrating their 20th year in business. They're located 7517 Beechwood Center Road, Suite 100 in Avon. They can be reached 272-8100. And last but certainly not least, you can stop by and visit American Family Insurance Doug Hawk Agency, Inc., 704 North Carr Road, right here in Plainfield. You can reach him 839-9445. You can stop in Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, to discuss your insurance needs. And now, with all the play-by-play, that award-winning J.P. Sinclair.
Award-winning. I like that. I like that a lot. Now I just got to get some awards. So at the end of one, Plainfield is up 3-0 on the Morgan Hagee field goal. Danville has possession of the football. It's 2nd and 6. Danville has it at their own 24-yard line. 12 minutes on the clock as we get set to start the second quarter. Shable will have an empty backfield, 3 receivers near side, 2 to the right. Shable calling out the play, getting set. Movement up front, no flag. Shable has pressure from Bryce Biddle and will force Shable to go out and big-time block on the late right side. So it'll be a gain of 12 for Shable on the run. That's his first run of the night. Very capable of doing it. Has 76 carries, now 77 on the year for 282 yards and 3 scoring touchdowns.
Picked up a first down on that play.
That's the most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll bring out 1st and 10. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the right. Dual faced-in tight end formation, I guess, is how you'd say that. Shable on the quick shovel pass up ahead. Good move in the open field.
Yep.
And cross to the 45. So on a 15-yard gain, that is Dylan Boyd on the carry.
Well, I saw them doing that in practice, and I thought Quakers need to watch that. Easy to get faked in the juke.
That was a good open field move by
Sure
Boyd.
was.
2 receivers near side. Shable takes it and hands off to Boyd once again, but this time he'll be stuffed after a minimal gain of 2.
Yeah, and that was, let's see, among others, Matt Moeller, number 94, 6'2 junior for the Quakers on that stop.
He has 30 tackles on the season, 2 of them for loss, and a forced fumble. Does more. 1 receiver near side, 2 to the slot really, and 1 on the far right. Shable takes it, looking downfield, has time to throw, and has his man in the open field up ahead to the 45 and about the 40 before he's brought down. So it'll be a 15-yard gain. Did you see who had the reception?
Pageant, number 80. Yeah, Chase Pageant, the senior, on the reception.
What did you guys have on that reception? 80. 80. Thank you. Two receivers near side, 1 to the right for Danville. Shable takes it, has pressure, decides to bring it down and run with it, has an open field in front of him, cuts over to the right side, gets ahead for a gain of 15, still on his feet. Up ahead for an 18-yard gain that time is Shable.
Picked up by number 83, Corey Bennett.
So Shable has torched this Quaker defense on 2 run plays on this drive alone
Yeah, they sure have.
for 30 yards.
Mm-hmm. Got to have somebody account for the quarterback.
So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 23-yard line for the Warriors. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the right. Shable takes it, looks for the quick throw, has it set up on the screen, and it'll be an incomplete pass.
Incomplete. 10-32, Nick Hamlin. Brings up the second, 10 Warriors.
Coy Anderson was right there, but I think he was looking for a running route before he caught the ball.
Common mistake.
Yep. Hit him in a bad place, right in the hands.
Saw Darius Edward Bay do that a couple times for the Colts last year.
Uh-huh.
Well, more than a couple times, if we're going to be honest.
Yeah.
2 receivers near side, 1 to the right for the Warriors. Shable once again in the pistol. Takes it and hands off straight ahead to Jones. Jones with room to work with, still on his feet. Check that, that's Boyd. They'll get ahead up to about the 10-yard line.
Well, the Quakers missing tackles, that's not what you want to see out of your defense, not during the sectional.
So another big-time gain that time from Boyd. 12-yard gain.
Looks like 53 came out for Plainfield. Hunter Lyford.
32 yards on 3 rushes alone for Boyd. I think he might get some more touches going forward.
I think you're right.
2 receivers near side, 1 to the right. Quick throw looks to be set up and over to the left side for Curtis. Curtis gets ahead for a small gain. Call it a gain of 4 for Curtis. Three of 6 passing now for Shable. 9:27 left to go in the second. Plainfield leads 3-0. Danville threatening here. Quick shovel pass on the end around and brought down for a loss by Dayton Clements is Curtis.
Well, that was a nice play out there by is that Luke Miller?
That was Dayton Clements
Yep.
and Luke Miller, among others. But Dayton Clements was the one that came up first, I thought.
You're probably right. I can't. It was a nice play.
Yeah. Dayton Clements is the team's leading tackler, so I naturally go to him more often
Right.
than not. Could have been a 5. Shable takes it and looks to throw, has all the time in the world, and almost able to make the one-handed grab,
Wow.
but unable to haul it in completely was Nick Gillam.
And right to him, too.
They'll be
That's where you
bring
throw
out
it.
4th down, but
Yep.
this Danville team will not kick the field goal. I guarantee it, because they have not kicked the field goal all year long.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to go for it. So it'll be 4th and 9 from the 9-yard line.
Well, I look for Shable to run it here.
He's looking, has time, throws it, and it'll be an incomplete pass.
Well, he tried that same pattern and came up short and just led him just a little bit too long. It was a nice stop by the Quakers.
Curtis was the intended target. He wanted the flag. He did not get it.
Yep.
So good hold that time from Plainfield, who will get the ball back on the turnover on downs on their own 9-yard line with about 8 minutes and 33 seconds to try and put some more points on the board.
Half's flying.
Not going to complain. So Nicewander will have it under center. 2 receivers near side. Dylan Foster, the person in the backfield who gets it and rushes up the middle for a gain of 2.
Well, Danville was blitzing that time, and Foster just put a move on the blitzer who came through and grabbed it. Nothing. But didn't make much more than that.
Foster now has 17 yards on 6 carries. By my estimation, anyway.
Yeah. I think he's got a lot of promise. He and Southwood, too.
Southwood is the team's leading rusher. Well, check that. Actually, Foster is. Southwood had been for most of the year. He'll catch it on the reception here in the open field and get ahead for a gain of 4.
67 on the stop. That's Woody Hart.
So he has 2 receptions on the night, does Foster, for 20 yards. Nicewander having a pretty solid game as well here early.
Yeah, I think the offensive line is protecting him a little bit better this time around.
So it'll be 3rd and 1 for the Quakers. I think they're going to wait and take the timeout. There's 5 seconds on the play clock. And that's exactly what they're going to do. So we'll take a quick timeout as well and thank some more of our sponsors.
For more than 2 decades, Wicker Construction has engaged in building custom homes, remodeling, insurance repair, and handyman services while exceeding client expectations and delivering projects with professionalism and integrity. Wicker Construction works closely with you, the client, to understand your lifestyle and construction needs. Their services include insurance repairs, restoration, hail, storm, and weather-related repairs, remodeling services, new home construction. For more information, you can call Wicker Construction at 839-8353.
With Julia Burbich of Remax Centerstone, you can consider it sold.
So you're just that's out of memory, huh?
I believe. Let's see how close I am. It's on the other page.
Julia, there she is.
You can consider it sold. I got the first sentence down. I think I've been doing this too much. There you go.
All right.
We'll get to the Julia Burbich, though, here in a little bit later. Nice wander under center. Everybody on the line of scrimmage. No receivers out. And the rush and plowing ahead. Be close. It'll be very, very close.
Yeah, I think it really depends on the spot. I think he's number 50 on the stop for Danville, among others.
It was Foster
Austin Scammahorn.
I'll give them credit for one. We'll see if they got enough for the first down. I think they'll measure it. Or no, they're going to mark it short. They're not even going to make a measurement. Or yes, now they will. It'll be close. I think he might be just short, though. Fourth down here. I can imagine Woodard playing the risky play and going for it.
It looks like he got it.
Down, so he won't
wow.
have to. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Quakers. Really a jumbo set that time on the run.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a pass play come out of the jumbo set. That's that goal line set right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's when it's first and 1 from the goal.
Yeah.
2 receivers either side. Nice Wonder takes it, looks to throw, looks to the left side, and getting turned around a little bit was the intended target of Keys. Keys on the night did have a pretty big reception, 2 receptions. One of them was a 16-yarder.
Well, he was being covered pretty well by, let's see if I can find his number, Nick Hamilton, the senior for Danville, but the pass was to his outside, and he was expecting it inside, I think.
Hamilton, the 5'10", 148-pound senior, has 16 tackles to his name. Foster takes it and looks to cut to the outside, has room to work with, across the 20 through to the 25, almost to the 30-yard line. So that'll be a 10-yard gain for Foster and a first down.
And it looks like that was Austin Scammahorn, among others, for Danville on the play.
So first down run from Foster brings out 1st and 10 from the 30 for the Quakers. They lead 3-0 with 6:38 left to go in the second quarter. 2 receivers either side, I formation. Nicewater will hand off to Southwood, who tries plowing ahead. Gets a gain of 2 before he's brought down.
And that looks like Sam Steers again, number 56, in the middle of all that, along with Max Dragonet.
That's an awesome name, by the way. Yeah. When I was doing my prep and I saw that name, Dragonet, I'm like, you know he's probably Targaryen. If you get that reference. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the right. Only 1 running back stands to the right. Nicewater in the shotgun. He takes it, rolls to the right side, has pressure coming, throws, and up ahead to the 41. Close to the 44 is Dante Keys for the 14-yard reception. Keys having a big game here tonight.
those are just some simple rollouts, and they're just executing pretty well. Nice play by Keys to hold on because he was hit almost immediately after he got the ball. Made a little bit of a move and picked up some extra yards.
Motion man is Maple. And the play goes to Maple, who catches it in the open field. Puts on a nice little juke move to the left side, but a flag comes in. That'll be a hold, and that'll bring that one back. So wipe out the big gain from Plainfield.
Yeah, I saw the referee talking to Nicewander on it. So.
Holding is called against the offense of the
And the officials get in the act.
Well, they've been fairly quiet here tonight.
That's true. That's true.
So it'll be a loss of 10 yards and bring out 1st and 20. The ball will be placed on the 35-yard line. Or is that 5 yards from the spot of the foul? I think it's 5 yards from the spot of the foul. Two receivers near side. Nicewander has it in the I formation. Danville shows blitz once again. Nicewander spinning all the way around to throw it. And the open field has a man, and that's Gavin Ritter who brings in for the big reception, getting the 20 yards back and then some. So a 25-yard gain that time to Gavin Ritter.
Well, they couldn't. Danville couldn't have defensed that any better unless they had 4 guys on him. That was right on his inside shoulder. It was away from the nearest defender. He just made a great catch, pitch and catch, and that's how you do it.
So Gavin Ritter's first reception of the night goes for a big gain of 25 yards. Nicewander having a field day against this Warrior defense. 2 receivers near side, none to the left. Motion man this time is Maple. They throw the same screen pass to Maple that they threw a couple plays ago that went for the penalty. And this time he gets ahead to the 26-yard line.
You know, somebody they threw to a couple of times that was a big receiver for them against Danville earlier was the tight end Cameron DeRoches. And I'm not sure. I haven't seen them throw to him since. So I'm not real sure what's going on with that, but
so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Quakers. Motion man is Dante Keys. Nicewander takes it, hands off to Dylan Foster, cuts over to the left side, has room to work with, trying to still get more room on that outside, and gets ahead for a gain of, call it 4. Foster getting a predominantly most of the carriers. That's his 9th carry on the game. So decent little 4-yard gain there for Foster to bring out 2nd and 6. 4:15 left to go in the second. Plainfield up by 3. 2 receivers either side. Nicewander has it under center. And this time Foster gets it, trying to find room to work with up the middle, clawing his way left and right for a very, very short gain. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2. Called a gain of 1.
yeah, those inside runs. I know that's it's something you want to work on, something you want to perfect, but there comes a time when you need to kind of look elsewhere. Although it is it's really kind of tough to run against Danville, who plays that sort of defense with a lot of run support.
We've seen it a lot on the year. I remember calling that Decatur Central game. Decatur had everybody on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Nicewander takes it, rolls to his right, looking downfield. Has a man. Is it caught? It is.
Wow. I tell you, he picked that right up off the carpet.
So a gain of 17 that time.
And that's tough, throwing across your body, the opposite way that you go. Wow, that was a nice play.
Was that Gavin Ritter?
Yes. Good thing we don't have replay. How you doing, little man?
We're going to try that next year.
This time Foster
There you
takes it
go.
on the carry, has room to work with on the outside, stretching out for the end zone. Did he get there? He did.
He did.
So from 13 yards out, Foster gets in for the scoring touchdown.
At the 2:59 mark.
Got to write that down, too, for the scoring summary.
Yeah.
2:59, second quarter.
That's not bad. 91 yards for Plainfield on this particular possession.
And Hagee's PAT is up and in. So, good.
So do you want to do Julia this time?
Sure. With Julia Birdrich of Remax Centerstone, you can consider it sold. As a team, Julia and Bud have a combined 20 years of combined commercial and residential sales experience. Their team effort has brought many large-scale and commercial projects to Plainfield, and Julia is a continued leader in residential sales across the county. You can call Julia today at 317-754-5057. Let her make your next home purchase or selling experience as stress-free as possible.
And special thanks to the Niagara Bottling Company. They're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information on how they can get to work for you, you can call them at 909-230-5000, 909-230-5000, extension 59112. 5912. That's Niagara Bottling Company.
Morgan Hagee on to kick it away to Schubert and Boyd. Hagee's kick is up. That one might be in the end zone as well. Fielded at the one, mispaid. And it's picked up that time by Boyd. Boyd brings it out past the 20-yard line. Did he fumble it? Check that. He only got to the 16 on the return was Boyd, but really almost muffed it.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if that was number 6 or number 8. I think it's number 6.
So a 10-point lead here for the Quakers at the 2:50 mark in the second quarter. Danville trying to get their first points of the game here before the half. They have 3 timeouts to work with. Chabelle has it. 3 receivers near side, 2 to the right. He's going to take it on the direct snap run. And he'll get ahead for a gain of 5, maybe 6.
Well, you know, that's one thing, though, that I kind of saw that worked a little bit better in Plainfield's favor was their special teams. That's always been sort of an Achilles heel, and this year they've been a little bit better.
So it'll bring out 2nd and 4 for the Warriors. Shable set to throw this time. Looks over to his left side. And getting ahead for a gain of 4, maybe 3 was Ben Jones. We'll see if they spot it as a first down. They do, so we'll give him a gain of 4.
And that was Dayton Clements on the stop.
Quickly, here's Danville. 2 receivers either side. Shable in the pistol. Takes it. And he'll hand off. And Bryce Biddle tackles him in the backfield. Great penetration that time from Biddle to stop the run in the backfield. That was Jones on the rush. So I'll call that a loss of 1. Quickly, here's Danville. And Jones gets it once again, but this time he'll get that back for a gain of 2.
Now Danville taking their first time out.
It'll be 3rd and 8 when we come back. You're listening to AudioSportsOnline.com coverage of Plainfield High School football.
And the Beacon Sign Company specializes in local high school sports and event signage needs. This is their 12th year of supporting the Red Pride football program. They're located 9305 East U.S. Highway 36 in Avon. You can give them a call, 272-2388, for all your signage needs, or stop by Monday through Friday, 9 to 6. And the 3 Pints Brew Pub is an excellent place for great food. They offer craft drink selections brewed on site. It features a family-friendly atmosphere and would make a great destination for your next dining experience. They're located at 5020 Cambridge Way in Plainfield. You can call them about menu and drink selections at 829-1000. Hours Sunday through Monday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Tuesday and Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Friday to Saturday, 11 a.m. to 12:30.
Welcome back to Plainfield High School, where the Plainfield High School Quakers are up 10-0 over Danville. 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go in the second quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the near side for Shable. No running back set. He'll throw, has him in first down and more on the 12-yard pickup to Curtis.
That will be a first down. Danville.
35. I say 12 yards.
Yep. Didn't waste too much time. They're right at their 43.
So it'll be 1st and 10 as from the Danville 44. Shable has 3 receivers near side. Quick throw over to the right side and playing soft and getting ahead for a gain of 3 is 28. That's Dylan Boyd. Timeout taken by Plainfield, which gives me time to catch up on my stats.
And Cary Digital is a full-service, state-of-the-art digital printing from business cards to banners. They have been a multi-year provider of senior posters at the south end of the field. Their address is 2701 Fortune Circle East in Indianapolis. They're open weekdays from 7 to 7. You can call them directly. 227-0220 for more information. And if you're a business owner with or without employees, you're probably wondering about your payroll. What about taxes, child support, auditing, Social Security? It can be a bit overwhelming, but we've got the answer for you, the Payroll Department Incorporated. The Payroll Department Incorporated can help put your mind at ease where all these problems are concerned. Locally owned and operated for over 20 years. You can call today at 852-2568 or stop by the Payroll Department Incorporated, 701 North Green Street in Brownsburg.
We also want to thank our friends over at Dugan Chevrolet, Dugan Sports Performance, and Jimmy Johns for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Thank you for your support of Plainfield High School football. Minute 15 left to go in the second. Plainfield up 10, trying to slow down and stymie this Danville drive. Shable has it, looking to the left side and firing it out for a gain of 10, 11, 12, 13 for Jonathan Curtis. So back-to-back passes to Curtis for back-to-back first downs for Danville.
No, Plainfield's not even getting close to Shable at all. There's no pass rush there.
Clock is stopped at a minute 9. Shable has it. Looks to throw. Blows to his right. And Curtis once again on the reception. Was thrown down after a 8-yard gain. Very, very quickly, the ball is spotted, and we're getting ready to go. Shable has it. Rolling to his left. Pressure comes. He's going to be brought down for a big, big loss. Big-time sack that time by Kaysen Armour.
Yeah, that's what you've got to have.
Kaysen Armour, not even on the depth chart. The 5'10 junior, 225 pounds, bringing Shable down for a big-time loss.
No, that's what they need. They need to put this pressure on.
Where was the ball spotted?
The second half. It was at the 40, at Plainfield's.
40. So it was a loss of 10.
Well, no. It was at Plainfield's. It looks like Plainfield's 46. Yeah.
So called a loss of 6 on the play. I always hate because in high school you got to count the quarterbacks when they get sacked for the rush. So
yeah,
got to make sure I include that in the rushing total. I miss Leck. I hope he's having fun at HSE without us.
I don't think that was sincere, Leck. I think you might owe JP one.
Leck Zorn having the call at Hamilton Southeastern for their playoff matchup. Also, Avon and Brownsburg kicked off tonight. Brian Scott and Chris Worley have the call there for you on that one. It'll be 3rd and 16. Shable has it, looks downfield, looks to throw. Pressure once again. Shable running away from Quaker defenders.
Well, I don't know where the referee is. I mean, that was a clear hold. The Warrior took Plainfield's lineman down.
And the pass ahead.
Wow, that is just terrible.
Call it.
Hey, that was a hold, too.
So it'll be 3rd and 5 after the 11-yard gain. Shable set to throw. I believe that was Curtis on that play.
That's awful. You need to retire, Mr. Official. You really do.
Plainfield will take a timeout. So Plainfield has it 1st and 10 on the Plainfield 32 with 6 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Plainfield up 10-3 right before the half. Good turnout considering it's a little chilly.
Yeah.
Good turnout for a high school.
I think a lot of people were hoping that it'd be tomorrow because it's supposed to be in the 70s.
Yeah. Danville has a pretty good turnout across the way as well when you look at the bench over there.
Once the tackle in the backfield by the offense, you get 2 points in wrestling for that.
Plainfield back on the field following the timeout.
And we get set to resume play.
We'll see if Danville can put any points on the board here in the final 6 seconds.
32-yard line.
3 receivers near side, 1 to the right. Shable has it on empty backfield. Looking to that left side. Lets it fly, and it's batted down. Good defense that time from Corey Bennett. And that was a smart play just to bat it down, not risk anything.
Yeah.
So at the half, Plainfield is up 10-0. We'll take a quick timeout, and then when we come back, we'll recap the first half stats. Among other things, you're listening to Plainfield Varsity Football on AudioSportsOnline.com. Welcome back to Plainfield High School, where the Plainfield High School Quakers are up at the half, 10-0. We'll go ahead and take a look at the first half scoring recap. All Plainfield in that first half, as they lead, like I said, 10-0. They got a Morgan Hagee field goal at the 32-second mark in the first quarter to put them up 3-0, and then that was followed by a Dylan Foster 13-yard rushing touchdown at the 2:59 mark in the second quarter to make those 10 points. Statistically, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the first half statistics, and we'll start with Danville. Rushing the football was Christian Schnabel. He had 4 rushes for 30 yards. Also in that rushing attack is Ben Jones. He has 7 rushes for 73 yards. And also Dylan Boyd has 3 rushes for 42 yards. Also, they had a couple rushes from Jonathan Curtis. He had 2 rushes for a gain of 0 yards.
Yep.
So he had a 3-yard rush and then a negative 3-yard rush. So Curtis at 0 on the day. Also passing the football for Danville, Christian Schnabel is 10 of 14 throwing the ball for 120 yards. And receiving his reception targets have been Connor McGovern. He has 1 reception for 5 yards. Nick Gillum, 1 reception for 7 yards. Also, Ben Jones has 1 reception for 4 yards. Their big game go-to target has been Jonathan Curtis. He has 6 receptions for 55 yards. Also, they got Chase Padgett, 1 reception for 15 yards. And also Dylan Boyd has 2 receptions for 5 yards. Vice versa for Plainfield. Their rushing attack was led by Dylan Foster, who has 47 yards on 11 rushes and a touchdown in the first half. Tristan Southwood also got going in the rushing attack. He had 6 yards on 3 attempts. And Jacob Maple has a net total of 1 yard on 3 rushes. Passing the ball for Colin Nicewander has been no problem at all today. He has 9 completions out of 12 attempts for 115 yards by my estimation in the first half. His go-to targets have really paid dividends, and those include in that reception game, Clayton White. He has 1 reception for 6 yards. Also, Gavin Keys has 3 receptions for 33 yards. Gavin Ritter's also been involved. He has 35 receiving yards in the first half on 2 receptions. Jacob Maple had 1 reception for 14 yards, and Dylan Foster has 20 yards on 2 receptions. Plainfield also got the Morgan Hagee field goal from 25 yards out and PAT, so he has 4 total points at the end of our first half. So those are your first half scoring recaps and statistics. I hope those are close to being correct anyway.
Yeah.
My best.
I'm sure you did.
But those are our first half statistics. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the first half. Really, Plainfield did a very, very good job defensively and offensively and in special teams. So all 3 phases of the ball getting the job done. Absolutely.
And I think that's one thing that has been missing for a while is consistency for all three phases of the game because especially special teams has chronically been an issue. But they've played better this year, although against Decatur Central or against Whiteland, they kind of opened the door a couple times with some very, very poor return coverage. I remember us doing that, and they were up 17-10 at one time, and a long kickoff return by Whiteland set the Warriors up for not just 1 but 2 touchdowns, 1 tying and 1 going ahead. So special teams again, but again that's youth. You know, the young people you've got, the younger that you have, you're going to get a lot better play from a senior than you will a sophomore.
Let me ask you this question, Doug. How long are you going to be with your presentation?
Oh, not long. I'll be very, very quick.
Do you want to do scores from around the state before we do that?
If you want to, sure.
Okay. Let's go take a look at some of the scores from around the state as we kicked off sectionals here tonight for the Indiana High School Athletic Association Tournament, the first round of sectionals. Carmel's facing off against Noblesville. Noblesville putting up a very, very good surprise season in their first winning season since I believe 2001.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing Carmel pretty tough right now. 7-6 is the score in the second quarter. Carmel has that historically good defense this year, does the Greyhounds. So that'll be one to keep an eye on to see what develops in the second half of that one. Fisher's up 7-0 over Hamilton Southeastern at the half, and a little bit of an HCC postseason rivalry there. Ben Davis barely beating Pike. Pike without Bo Trudeau, who went down. Ben Davis only has a 3-point lead, 17-14 in the second. That's another surprising score. Avon is, I'm not going to say dominating Brownsburg. 14-3 is the score, but I have a feeling that one will be a little bit more put out of reach. Brownsburg's really struggled since that Avon game they had in the regular season.
Yep.
Warren Central dominating North Central of Indianapolis, 35-0 in the second quarter. Franklin Central, I before we got on the air, I gave Kyle Niederkamp of the Indianapolis Star a little bit of flack for it, but he's proven me wrong. Franklin Central 14-6 right now, leading Indianapolis Tech. I thought Tech was a better team than that. I figured Tech might be able to win that one, but Kyle knows more than I do.
Yeah, we'll have to take a look at the second half and everything, but those are kind of tough to call.
Center Grove up over New Albany, 49-0 at the half.
Wow,
Beach Grove,
that's a close one.
A lot of these have been pretty close. That's one of the other ones, I would say. Beach Grove and Mount Vernon of Fortville, 7-6 is the score in favor of Mount Vernon in the first. Greenfield Central leads by 7 over Pendleton Heights, 14-7 in the second. Indianapolis Roncalli is dominating Indianapolis Northwest IPS matchup there for Northwest, 21-0. No surprise there.
Yeah.
Plainfield leads here. Danville 10-0. All tied up in the first. East Central and Greenwood at 13. Greenwood has a very, very mid-state team. Very, very good, skilled quarterback in skill.
Yep.
See how I did that?
Yeah, that's kind of nice. It took you a while, but you worked it in.
East Columbus leads South Dearborn 35-0 in the second. West Lafayette up by 7 over Yorktown, 14-7 in the second. North Montgomery leads Western Boone by 7, 20-13 in the second. Lewis Cass is up 21-12 at the half over Tipton. Lapel 34-7 over Elwood right now. Indianapolis Ritter leads Indianapolis Washington 48-0 there. Really no surprises. Here's a surprise. Indianapolis Broad Ripple up over Centerville right now by 4, 18-4 at the half. I might have to put on my letter jacket a little bit more.
18-4?
18-14.
18-14. Oh, okay. Well, I've heard of those weird kind of scores.
But Broad Ripple is not favored in that one at all.
Yeah.
So Broad Ripple only has one win on the year against Indianapolis Washington. That was the only game I picked Broad Ripple to win this year, and they got the job done. But they might have a victory on the way here in sectionals. Triton Central leads Indianapolis Manual 36-0. Sheridan up over Indianapolis Tinley 42-8. Shortridge is leading Indiana Def 16-9. Eastern Hancock up over Cambridge City Lincoln 41-0 at the half, and Indianapolis Lutheran dominating the Lancers of Edinburgh 28-0 in the first.
Okay.
I'll throw it over to you now, Doug.
Okay. Very, very quickly, let's look at the Mid-State. Decatur Central hosts Zionsville in Class 5A Sectional 13. Franklin hosting Whiteland in a rematch of September 12 game, which the Warriors won 42-31. Franklin hasn't beaten Whiteland since 2003. Greenwood hosts East Central, as you mentioned. They played last in the postseason in 2010. They've played East Central 4 times in the last 10 years, and they have yet to beat them. Martinsville will be at Bloomington North. They last played Bloomington North in 2006. They lost 13-7. They've had 3 losing campaigns the last 9 years. Mooresville hosts Northview next Friday tonight, and this will be the first ever meeting between the two schools. And Plainfield, of course, on top of Danville, 10-0. This is the first time that Plainfield has played Danville in the postseason. The Quakers have played other county schools, most notably Avon and Brownsburg. They are 1-1 against the Orioles. They defeated Avon in 1985 under Kermit Davis, 21-13 in overtime. And then they lost to the Orioles, a ranked team under Dave Teeney, 7-6. Quakers have played Brownsburg, as I mentioned, twice in the postseason. They lost both of those. Both of those were to the Bulldogs under Mike Godin, 58-0 in 1994 under Dave Teeney, 19-14 in 1996. The Quakers have played 2 Mid-State Conference teams and 1 Mid-State Conference team before they came into the Mid-State. They lost to Decatur Central a few years back, but they beat Greenwood both times that they've played them, 38-12 in 1999 and 48-26 in their 2000 Class 4A state final run. Quakers have played Mooresville 4 times in the postseason. They lost the first 2 times they played them. They lost 15-6 under Kermit Davis in 1986. 24-14 they lost in 1997 under Schwanenkamp. And then both times they played after that, they won 19-0 in 1998 under Chuck Schwanenkamp, and 34-7. They actually went to Mooresville to claim that sectional, their only sectional thus far in school history. And, of course, 2000 was when Plainfield went to the 4A state finals at what used to be called the Dome. But, unfortunately, postseason has not been kind to the Red Pride since '83. 4 different coaches, they've combined for 19 wins in 31 losses. Every year has met with a loss. So you're not going to win many championships that way. But they have 1 sectional championship, 1 regional championship, 1 semi-state championship, all under Schwanenkamp in 2000. So, some schools are playoff, postseason, some aren't.
Well, Doug, let's talk a little bit. If you're head coach Woodard right now, you're up 10-0 over Danville in the sectionals. And we talked about how difficult the sectional typically is. They normally have to face Roncalli.
Right.
I believe last 3 years they've been bounced by Roncalli, or maybe last year Lebanon and then the 3 years before Roncalli. But either way, it's a very, very tough sectional. And like you said, Plainfield struggled. But this is a good opportunity to get their good sectional win here.
Yeah, and this is unfamiliar territory with Coach Woodard. This is the 3rd losing regular season in the past 4 years, and this will be the 4th time. In fact, he has lost 4 straight, as we mentioned before, in the postseason, and that's not like him. Before his first 4 years, they competed for the sectional championship all 4 years, which means they won their first 2 postseason games those 4 years. So he had a pretty good record, 8-4. After his first 4 years, but then he's kind of nosedived. So, and they'll also be able to break their losing streak at home. They haven't won a game at home all year. So this could be the start of it right here. And, we'll see who they, if they're successful in the second half, if they've made the adjustments they need to make. And both you and I saw those. They're going to have to put more pressure on the passer. They're going to have to be able to contain him. They're going to have to be able to contain their running game as well, and to also capitalize when they have the opportunities. I mean, this down here when they were at the 2-yard line, they came right out to the midfield, and so that would have been a great morale booster. But then they let Danville drive all the way down to close to their 10. They held them, but and I guess it's okay to be a bend but not break defense. But the morale is higher when you can stop them right then and there and force 3 and outs.
And it's also, when you look at it, you're up 10-0. They deferred, so they get the ball to start the second half.
Right.
So they could put more points and more pressure on Danville. But, Danville is pretty much as aggressive, as they come anyway. So even as the game goes on, I doubt we see much in the form of game plan changing from head coach Russ Sumner, because it's pretty much so aggressive anyway. Yeah,
I think he's pretty much shown everything that he's going to do. It depends on whether or not Plainfield's going to react the way they should, make the adjustments they have to make those plays not as successful, and to be able to execute. I think that they've been executing pretty well. But I think Coach Woodard probably would have to say that, well, we could have probably put more on the board. But, 10-0, that's not a bad halftime score.
We're talking about a team in Danville that averages 22 points per game, and a team in the Quakers who only average 15. So, that's a very, very nice scoreboard at the half when you think about it. So
now, at the earlier game, Brian Scott and I did that one. Plainfield actually had a 17-0 lead, and they kind of let Danville get back in the game and held them off with more from Morgan Hagee. So, hopefully it doesn't come down to that. But if it does, he's practically money in the bank, so to speak.
Well, and hopefully you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
So we'll see if the Quakers are able to do that as they get set to receive the second half kickoff. Clayton White and Jacob Maple go back deep to return Brandon Seiler will come on to kick it away for Danville here momentarily. I'm JP Sinclair. This is my partner, Doug Edens. We want to thank you for joining us on this Friday night. A little chilly, but otherwise nice.
Going to be a nice weekend.
Yeah, you said 70 degrees. It would be nice to play tomorrow. As long as it's not Decatur Central in those uniforms again, I'm all right.
Yeah.
Seiler comes onto the field now to kick it away.
Plainfield received the opening kick. Taking Maple 34-81.
Like we said, Maple and White back deep to return. Brandon Seiler doesn't have the world's best leg. And it wouldn't surprise me to see an onside kickoff. So if you're Plainfield, you also have to be aware for that.
Yeah.
Plainfield, the ball will be placed at the 40. Plainfield stands about 13 yards back from that marker. So it's on the 40 of Danville.
And I wouldn't be
I
wouldn't be surprised if Sumner tried that at least sometime tonight.
Surprised how often the Colts have tried it this year and how often it's worked.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget that Pat McAfee won a couple weeks ago.
I'm glad he's not in their uniform.
That was just an amazing laydown. Seiler set to kick it, and it's a little pooch kick, not necessarily an onside kick, fielded at the 40. Well, a little bit short of the 40 by Clements. And it'll be Plainfield ball at their own 39-yard line to start the second half drive. So Niswander had a very, very, very good first half. Probably the some of the best first half football we've seen from him all year long. We'll see if he continues that here. Two receivers either side. Niswander under center. And a quick throw set up to the left side and ahead for a gain of, call it 1 on the reception for Dante Keys. So we'll call it 2, so it'll be 2nd and 8.
Looks like Bailey Bilyeu was the first one to meet him. Or was that? No, that was Nick Hamilton. Sorry about that.
So Niswander takes it on the quarterback keeper ahead for 1. It's Niswander's first run of the night. So it'll be 3rd and 7 on the 42. One receiver near side, one in the slot. Motion man's Dylan Foster. Niswander takes it. Rolls to the left. Looks for Clayton.
Wide open.
40-yard line has him.
Wow. That looked like almost a blown coverage. That was Nick Hamilton, but he was way off of him. I don't know if he slipped or what, but.
So we'll call that a 17-yard gain, maybe 16 yards for Clayton White. Call it 16. So Niswander set to throw again. Looking to the right side, and a holding flag comes down. As
well,
Dante Keys got held up on the right side by the defender.
Yeah.
That's Ben Jones in coverage. Unable to really get out of that cut he was trying to make.
Pass interference is a call. And with the penalty, it should be an automatic first down.
So the ball will be placed
And the ball is spotted at the Danville 28-yard line. 1st and 10 Quakers.
at the 23 of Plainfield, or excuse me, Danville. I'm not sure. That doesn't count for a reception, I don't think.
No,
not
I don't think so.
Only in NFL, not in high school, because it's just a spot foul. Niswander set to throw. Lobs it out for for Tyler Maple. But the pass goes incomplete. Maple unable to haul it in the double coverage.
Well, there was excellent coverage on that. The Danville safety rotated over right in there to interfere with the play. It was a nice play by Danville. But Nicewander's got a nice fake to his throw.
He had a lot
That
of
little
touch on
stutter,
that.
yeah, nice little stutter to draw the
We haven't
defensive
seen a whole
back.
lot of that
No.
this year.
Mostly because he hasn't had time.
2 receivers either side. Handoff goes to Southwood. Up
There goes
ahead.
Southwood.
And he might go
Wow.
just shy all the way. Be down to the 5-yard line.
Tell you what, he is a horse.
So a 17-yard gain that time.
Well, Andrew Shadle had to make the stop.
Yep. 6.
First down goal.
So it'll be first and goal from the 6. 1 receiver near side. Nicewander has it. Danville stacks the line of scrimmage. Handoff goes up ahead for Maple. Gets it to the 4-yard line. So a 2-yard gain for Maple that time. So it'll bring out 2nd and 4. Oh, 2nd and goal. One receiver wide to the right, I formation. Dylan Foster takes him this time. He'll be hit as he crosses the line of scrimmage. Gets to the 2.5, 3-yard line.
Looks like that was Andrew Shadle on the stop for Danville.
Well, give him credit for a yard on that play. Actually, they're going to mark it no gain. So it remains 3rd and goal from the 4. Maple.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Maple touchdown pass to Dayton Clemens. Who saw that one coming?
I've never seen one like that before.
Okay, I
Great
gotta,
play. The old jump pass
okay,
after the
let's see.
handoff.
34, Jacob Maple, 4-yard touchdown reception to the number 6, Clemens, for 4 yards and the touchdown. Morgan Hagee's PAT up and in. So at the 8:59 mark, that was a very, very nice play.
Yeah.
Just like they drew it up. Jacob Maple touchdown pass to Dayton Clemens. You haven't seen that all year long, but it's sectionals. You got to pull out all the stops.
You know, never having played organized sports like this, it'd be interesting to find out, because I've heard the pros and their play calling, what they'll call in the huddle. It'll be interesting to hear what that was called. It's just the old jump pass. Okay, that's how we do it, or the 23 skidoo.
How about we call that one the maple syrup?
Oh, that's awful. Maple syrup.
Yeah.
Smooth. Okay.
See, the
I didn't think of
rest
that.
of the press box agrees with me. It was sweet and smooth. The Tyler Maple.
I'm
maple
being
syrup
assaulted
flavor.
here. Now I know what I want for breakfast.
Pancakes.
Oh, absolutely.
Morgan Hagee on to kick it away to Boyd and Schubert. Boyd will field it in the end zone, so it'll be another touchback for Morgan Hagee. I'm glad we have that one on film at least.
Yeah.
Because that's just something we haven't seen anything like this from infield all year long. I'll tell you what, Brian Woodard and his team has pulled out all the stops here tonight.
Yep.
Nicewander's throwing the ball all around the yard with more touch than we've seen all season long. We even saw the Tyler Maple touchdown pass a moment ago, and that's another thing you don't see very often. Shable's pass to Jonathan Curtis, incomplete. Curtis tried running with it before he caught it. Surprise, surprise. We talked about that. Common mistake. So 17-0 is the score. 8:55 left to go in the third quarter. Suppose I should write that in my scoring summary.
Uh-oh. Well, I thought I saw somebody move early, but...
No flags come.
Maybe they just move so fast. I think it's early.
39 on the carry. I'm not sure who that is. Sherrill on the carry. Called a gain of 2. Schabel set to throw, rolls to his right, looking for his intended target. It's caught, but it'll be shy of the first down marker by number 34, Peyton Carey, on the reception.
Yeah, they only spotted at about the 30 or about the 27. So that's 4th and about 3. It looks like.
So it'll be a gain of 5, but not enough for the first down. It'll be 4th and 3, and Seiler on to punt it away. Nobody back deep to return for Plainfield. It's the second time we've seen that.
I think they're guarding against the fake.
Well, it's not like Schabel has the strongest leg in the world. And Danville will let it roll down past the 40 to about the 35. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Quakers at the 34.
All right, we want to special thanks to our friends at the Hendricks County Flyer that have helped make tonight's video webcast possible. Please check them out online, as well as watch tonight's game at flyergroup.com.
So 17-0 lead for Plainfield. This game was figured to be about a 23-20 game, not at all turning out to be that way. 2 receivers either side. Nicewander has it. Will hand off to Foster, I believe.
Yeah.
It is Foster. Gets ahead for maybe a gain of 1, if anything. We'll call that a gain of 1. So that'll bring out 2nd and 9. Clock continues to roll. 7:45 left to go in the third quarter. Spread formation. 3 receivers to the right, 1 near side for the Quakers. Nicewander in the shotgun. Looks to his left, now rolls to his right, looking downfield, and that one's going to be short. Intended target was Clayton White.
Yeah, he short hopped that one. I don't think this is the way they wanted to start off their second possession, especially after going right down the field and scoring.
That breaks a 6 complete passes in a row for Nicewander on that incomplete pass. 2 receivers either side for Nicewander under center, 1 running back behind him. Quick throw set up and incomplete. Pass intended for Keys.
Well, it didn't fool anybody. I mean, there was a blocker out in front of him, and the defender easily sidestepped him for the tackle.
Yeah, even if Keys, it's almost probably a good thing Keys didn't catch it, because that one could have been easily fumbled as soon as he did.
Yep.
He would not have had time to put it in his breadbasket at all. So Morgan Hagee on to punt it away. They'll have pressure. Looks for the rugby-style punt. Gets it away. It's a very, very nice punt. Bounces at the 20. Continues to roll to about the 15. And it'll be down at about the 16.
Now, I think that's how you help your special teams, is that kind of a kick so that they can get downfield in very good fashion and be where they need to be to make the stop.
I mean, if you know Danville's not going to necessarily play the return, it's probably not a bad idea either.
Yeah.
So Danville has it at the 17-yard line of their own 17-yard line. 7:10 left to go in the third quarter. Schabel hands off. Up ahead to Dylan Boyd, who has plenty of room to work with on the left side. Ahead for a gain of, call it, 14. Boyd has really torched this Quaker defense for big, big gains on the night. And he has 56 yards on only 4 carries.
Yeah, that's torching, all right.
And yet the surprising thing is he only has 4 carries. And he'll get it again right here.
Yep.
And he'll get another big gain. Up ahead for a gain of 8, maybe 7. PA announcer says 7. I won't agree with the PA announcer 7.
He's a good man to agree with.
So that'll bring out 2nd and 3 on the 38-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Pass from Shable will be short of the first down mark. It'll bring out 3rd and 1. 2-yard pickup by Chase Paget.
I guess the delay was they were making sure the mark was there. The spot was accurate.
Plainfield shows blitz, brings pressure, and Boyd evades it easily. Once again, getting ahead for another big gain, this time of 8 yards.
Yeah, they've got to stop him from getting those 6. I mean, they need to start clamping down on him. Danville's driving now.
Nope, yeah, you're right, 6. Quick pass over to the right side. Set up and flag flies as the pass was completed to Jonathan Curtis.
Looks like we've got a penalty marker down.
Laundry is out on the field as he gets up ahead to the Plainfield 47, pending the flag.
It looks like holding against Danville.
So that'll bring that one back and wipe out the game. Ball would be placed back at the Danville 40, and it'll be 1st and long. Called about 1st and 17. Shable has it. 2 receivers to the right. He's in the pistol. Has motion. Boyd has it on the carry, bouncing out to the left side and just evading Plainfield tacklers.
I'll tell you, I don't get it. I don't understand why they can't get him.
16 on that one.
Yep.
So it was 1st and 17, and, well, it's 2nd and 1.
Bend, but hopefully not break.
If you get 16 of 17 back,
yeah.
Can you still say that?
Yeah, for sure.
So 2nd and 2, and Boyd once again getting some major yards.
But it's not like their offensive linemen are really blowing him out. They're just missing him. They're missing tackles on him.
So 9-yard gain that time. And this time Shable set to pass. Looking downfield. Receiver comes back to get it at the 25.
Good catch by number 32, Nick Hamilton.
How big was that gain? Do you remember where the ball was spotted? 15 yards?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
We'll call it 15 yards. And Boyd once again rushes it. This time he's ramped up by Bryce Biddle and Tevin Tomlinson after he gets ahead.
Tevin Tomlinson on the stop.
For a gain of 5.
Pick up a 5, 2nd down 5 for the Warriors.
Looks like Danville might have found something here in Boyd here.
I think you're right.
He gets it again on the draw play, and once again gets ahead for a big gain of 9 yards.
They're just kind of...
The rest of the team doesn't even get off the ball. I mean, if you think the linebackers, you got to read that key. I mean, that's got to be your key. Knowing that guy fires all straight out.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Shable has it in the pistol. Right behind him is Boyd. And this time they'll look to throw a quick pass to the right side, and it'll be broken up at the last minute by Maple, Tyler Maple, that is, the freshman. Didn't get his head turned around. It was really just a kind of a drop by the wide receiver.
Yeah. Although Maple did have inside position on him. I think he'd lost the ball.
I don't think he was expecting it to be there that quick.
Yeah.
It was a very, very quick throw by Schrabel. .3:43 left to go in the third. Plainfield up 17-0. Danville has
There he
it
goes again,
driving.
right up the middle.
And Boyd
I'll
will
tell you,
be
they
in
just
for
let
the-
him go.
Boyd
They
will
must
be
have-
in for the touchdown.
They must have lost a bet.
So another big-time gain from Boyd for
Yep.
the 11-yard scoring touchdown. Gets Danville on the board for the first time here tonight at the 3:39-minute mark.
They made it look easy, too. No strain.
Very, very weird set here. And it'll be good on the two-point conversion.
Again, letting the guy score. I don't get it. Well, I'm not the coach. Now you watch an onside kick here.
Yep. I have to agree with you. I mean, Sumner is an aggressive coach, as we know, so I would imagine you're probably right. You have to play the onside kick here.
Mm-hmm.
17-8 after the PAT, 3:39 left to go in the third quarter. We'll take a moment and thank some more of our sponsors, and we'll start with the Hendricks Regional Health.
Motion 360 by Hendricks Regional Health provides care for the way you were meant to move. We care for every muscle, bone, and joint in your body. Get you back to the activities you love. Get more information online at motion360.org.
Established as BMO Harris Bank in 1882, BMO Financial Group since 1984, BMO Harris Bank has grown to become one of the largest banks in the Midwest, serving personal, commercial, and affluent customers. They're located in Plainfield at 2609 East Main. For more information, call them at 839-3501. Seiler set to kick it away. Clayton White and Maple back to return, but they stand really, really short. And there's the onside kick. It goes the 10-yard, and it's picked and fallen on by Plainfield's Corey Bennett. So Bennett with the heads-up play there, and Plainfield recovers. Well, not recovers, but gets it the onside kick. So they have it, 1st and 10 on their own 45.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a perfectly executed onside kick. Danville could have had it. Plainfield kind of let it draw up 12 yards instead of 10.
Yeah, they could have played it closer, but
Yeah.
Nicewander has it, and we'll hand off to Dylan Foster, who gets a big, big gain of 8 yards. So maybe that'll be the momentum builder that Plainfield needs to get going here in the second half. So Foster rushes ahead for 8, and they spot at 7. Two receivers go to the right. That's White and Keys. Motion man is Foster. Nicewander has it. Rolls over to that right side. Throws downfield. Has a man. Has 2 men, really. It's Dante Keys. He has it at the 10. Turns on the afterburners, and he's in for the end zone. Dante
I'll tell you
Keys
what.
caught that in the open field, and
Yep.
he was off to the races.
Hit him in stride. That's how you draw it up.
That was a 60-yard touchdown pass from Colin Nicewander in the open field to Dante Keys. So very, very quickly after getting the onside kick back, well, not back, I keep saying that. I don't know how to properly say it, I guess. And Morgan Hagee's PAT is good.
I like the way Hagee puts it right over the scoreboard.
So very, very quickly, 2:56.
They covered the onside kick.
They covered the onside kick. Plainfield takes it in a very, very short 2-play drive and gets it on for the points on the great Nicewander to Dante Keys play.
That was a pretty pass, and I'll tell you what, there were 2 guys on that pattern. And
Yeah.
Keys caught it on his inside shoulder, and Danville covered it, I thought, pretty well, but they couldn't catch him on the sideline like that.
Yeah, I really couldn't tell who the play was designed for. As you said, 2 receivers in the area, but Keys caught it. And as soon as he caught it, man, he turned that corner and he was gone. He had a lot of speed to burn as he went for the end zone. Hagee on to kick it away to Schubert and Boyd. And it's
Into
once
the
again
end zone.
another touchback as Schubert can't control it in the field of play, so it'll be another start for Danville at the 20.
That's how you win the field position battle. Keep him pinned down.
Yeah, we said it. Ball State getting a heck of a kicker
He
next
sure
year.
is. Yeah.
So 2:56 left to go in the third quarter. Plainfield up 24-8 over the Danville Warriors. Probably the biggest scoring outburst and offensive outburst we've seen from Plainfield all year.
Yeah.
Schabel will hand off up the middle of the field to Boyd, I believe, but he'll be wrapped up for a negative run. Check that. That's Ben Jones on the carry. So
Well, they put 31 up on Franklin, so this is so far their second highest
was in the rain.
output. Yep.
And Franklin Community contributed a lot to their own problems because they had a very, very difficult time keeping control of the ball. I believe that was Boyd on the carry based on the gain. Or check that. That's Jones. So he gets a lot of those yards back and up ahead for a gain of, call it, 7.
Yep.
Maybe 8. Schabel will fake it. Pressure comes. Schabel still rolling, looking downfield, trying to find something, and it'll be an incomplete pass. Good coverage. Late flag.
I wonder what that is. They're talking to right at the. Looks like according to the PA announcer, an ineligible man downfield.
Well, they are talking to Woodard,
And I think, they're.
so I would imagine that'd be against Danville.
Wow, third down.
So it is an ineligible receiver downfield against Danville, and it's declined.
Fourth down.
So
Danville's going to go for it.
you would imagine.
So, anyway, well,
I'm not sure. Like
the penalty in a
I
way
think it'd
doesn't
be
hurt
from
them.
a spot, so it only moved the ball maybe a yard or 2 back, but it'd still be third down play. So it's a coin flip, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Got to trust your defense here, and Ben Jones has it on the rush. They'll be close.
Stacked up, driven backwards, but it looks like they're going to give him forward progress across the 30.
Yeah, so the penalty didn't hurt them, and
That center looks like he's moving prior to the snap. How is it?
So a gain of 3 that time from Jones for the first down.
All day I'll believe that.
And off once again up the middle. This time is Jones after a very, very, very short gain of only 1.
Bryce Biddle on the stop.
Biddle is a blowed up the middle. That kid has impressed me all year long. Only a sophomore, 5'11", 250 pounds.
Yeah, you're right.
So many tackles for loss on the year, forced fumbles, 5 recoveries on the year on fumble recoveries. So 2nd and 9. And Jones once again gets stood up at the line of scrimmage. So that'll be a gain of nothing. So Ben Jones has been the main workhorse for this Danville team all year long, but Boyd was the one that really was scorching Plainfield early
They're not.
They've
He's
gone
not
away
even
from
in
it.
there.
Yeah. Jabel set to throw as a man downfield, and it's played very, very nicely by the Plainfield secondary, including Maple and Mark Dahm on the coverage there.
Yeah, they. Oh, there's Boyd now. I mean, he was the who they wanted to get the pass to. But
Well, if that's where they're trying to get him the ball, I'm okay. It's when he's back here that's worrisome.
yeah, yeah.
So that'll bring out 4th and 9. And in punt formation, like you said, that doesn't mean a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
Plainfield does their best to cover. And it is punted away. Clemens will let it roll. And it rolls to about the 25. Call it the 26. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the Plainfield 26-yard line. Plainfield will have an opportunity. 29 seconds left in the third to try and put more points on the board. We'll see what they're able to draw up here. Like we said, last scoring drive was only 2.
Uh-huh.
Need help with that?
No.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Well, I pretty
There's
much
a
memorized
typo.
the order.
Well, there's a typo on one of them, and I mispronounced it last time, so I'm going to have to make amends this next timeout.
3 receiver set. Nice one in the pistol. He'll hand off up ahead to Dylan Foster. Cuts it back to the left side. Gets across the 30 to about the 33. They'll mark it down at the 32. So a 7-yard gain for Foster.
I think they're going to let the quarter run out. Just down to 10 seconds.
Yep. So going into the fourth quarter, Plainfield Quakers lead 24-8 over the Danville Warriors. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to AudioSportsOnline.com coverage of Plainfield High School football.
And one of our good sponsors, Rhodes and Kinsley LLP. They're CPAs, financial advisors. In business since 1990, they handle individual and business tax and accounting work. They're located at 8315 West 10th in Indianapolis. You can call them 271-1040, 271-1040. I like that, 1040. Like that. Set up an appointment. Copyco Office Solutions is a local Xerox dealership. We sell and service copiers and printers and provide a wide variety of technological solutions, providing and supporting all your business technology needs. Copyco is located 2920 Fortune Circle West, Suite C. You can call 241-5800. Stop by Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. And now here's JP.
Welcome back to Plainfield High School, where the Plainfield High School Quakers having the game of games here tonight against Danville. I covered this team all year long, and I have not seen anything quite like what they've saved here for sectionals here tonight. Yeah. They're up 24-8 over the visiting, well, technically it's a neutral field, but over the visiting Danville Warriors. And they have it once again, 2nd and 3 on their own 32. Maple, the motion man, nice one, rolls to the left side, brings it down, and he'll run ahead with it and gets close to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of 1 on the
Yeah,
field.
I think both of his guys were covered who he wanted to throw to, and his outlook was looking for him, but there was a man on Jacob Maple, so he just tucked it in.
Got what he could, which is still
that's not bad, 7 yards, because he's not the most fleet-of-foot quarterback I've seen.
76 carries for, oh, no, that's the wrong one. 30 carries for negative 2 yards. This time he'll hand off to Dylan Foster. Gets ahead for the first down. So 4-yard gain for Foster.
Yep. Give him the first down.
Foster has been an absolute workhorse for Plainfield here tonight. That's his 16th carry of the night. And Plainfield will have a first down at their own 37. Keys goes wide to the left. Coming near side is Gavin Ritter. Nice one will once again go under center in the I formation. Southwood and Foster back behind him. Foster takes it, looks over the left side, cuts it back, and will be wrapped up after a short gain of only 1 yard.
They've marked him, pickup of, actually 2. marked him. Well, they marked him between the 39 and 38. Yeah, a long
Long one.
one.
Better than a long zero, I guess.
Yeah, a long no gain. Exactly.
2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Nice one will go under center with Southwood standing behind him. Southwood will take it on the handoff and be bounced around after a gain of 2.
Looks like Woody Harp was in there among others, their senior defensive tackle.
What do you think of the play calling here by Coach Woodard? Getting a little bit conservative here late.
Yeah, that's always kind of concerned me. Of course, the I formation is, one of those kind of offenses anyway. The best way to make it work is to have really good athletes. And,
well, the good news is the clock continues to roll.
yeah, that's true. And actually, the penalties have been low compared.
Maple is the motion man. Nicewander will take it, rolling to his right. Looks over to the left side, has a wide open man.
Wow.
50, 40.
Yeah.
Great throw to the left side.
Right across the field. What a great play.
Was that Dylan Foster, I believe, on the reception?
Uh-huh.
28, Dylan Foster. Excellent call, Coach.
That's how you do it.
Was that what was the gain on that? Let's see. They spotted at the 41. They were at the what? The 39?
I think it was at their 39, yeah. So you're looking at 5'10".
They were throwing it to the running back. Then they decided to start
21 yards.
Now they just went back.
21 it is.
They figured out how to do cover when those guys. That was excellent. And we got nothing. That was
So it's first and 10 after the play from Nicewander to Foster. And Southwood will have it on the carry up ahead for a gain of 5.
I'll tell you what, I don't know about you, but I've noticed when Jacob Maple comes out, swings out wide like this, he's kind of favoring his right leg.
I think that's the leg he's been favoring pretty much all year long.
Yeah.
As we talked about, Maple went down early in the year, came back.
First game against
John Finch. I don't see him on the
North.
sidelines, but he was also injured during the course of the year. He's been at the games in a wheelchair most of the year.
Mm-hmm. Well, 2 weeks ago with the senior night, he was in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
So
that'll bring out 2nd and 6. Nicewander will once again hand off, I believe this time to Maple.
that's Maple. Okay.
And he'll get ahead for a gain of 3.
And Boyd looks like he's hurt. Now yeah, he is. He's Dylan Boyd. He's a talent.
He's their almost their leading tackler. He's their second leading tackler on the year. Ben Jones and Dylan Boyd.
He's trying to shake something off out there, too.
Think about it. Those are their 2 leading tacklers on defense, and those are their 2 running backs. That's a lot of collisions to take over the course of a year.
Sure is, let alone a game.
3rd and 3. Nicewander takes it, pump fakes, and has Ritter. And Ritter kind of overran his route. Nicewander had it placed perfectly, but Ritter
He tried to spin away because he was caught with the defender and kind of got off his timing to get back to that ball. Be a field goal attempt. This is going to be a long field goal attempt.
How many yards is that? 49 yards. This would tie the season long for Morgan Hagee. He made one earlier this year from 49. The kick is up, and that one's badly missed.
Yeah.
I think that missed.
Yeah,
off
I have
the
to
corner
wonder
of
if
his foot.
that might have been touched or something by a defender.
I don't know if it just. Yeah, we're not used to seeing that. That's Morgan Hagee's range, and I just don't think he got anything on it. I think he might have slipped or something. That was very, very surprising to see. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, I'm sure he's pretty disappointed.
So Danville will have it on the turnover. They get it their own 20, not the spot of the ball.
Yeah, not the spot of the ball.
I didn't know that.
Unlike the pros in college, I think.
I'm so used to Hagee making them.
Yeah. Yeah, we should be kicking off right now.
So quick throw to the right side goes to Curtis,
Wow.
Jonathan Curtis.
That looked like it might have been close to a horse collar on the play. And
So gain of 2.
well, they give him, a short 2, looks like. Second and,
So Shavel has it.
yeah.
2 receivers either side. No running backs in the set. Rolling. And it'll be wrapped up and played very, very nicely. And a late flag comes in.
I think there might have been a face mask on that. I think somebody grabbed a face mask inadvertently.
So 2-yard gain pending the penalty.
It's only a 5-yarder, but still it comes with a first down. Not the territory of a personal foul.
Did you see who caught the pass?
Let's see.
Was it Jonathan Curtis again?
Yeah, 35.
Two receivers either side. Shavel has it. Will hand off straight ahead to Ben Jones, who gets ahead for the first down up to about the 35. So a gain of, call it 7. Call it 6, actually. Danville moving very, very quickly here. 6:40 left to go. They trail 24-8. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Lots of time ticking off here for Danville. Shavel has it. Quick throw set up to the right side. And getting ahead for the first down and a little bit past there for a gain of 12 is number 34, Peyton Perry. One receiver either side, 2 facing in, 1 in the slot. And this goes to Jones on the rush for a gain of 8.
All of a sudden they can't stop him again.
Well, at this point you're just trying to make sure they stay in bounds.
Yeah.
Danville does have 3 timeouts, but it is 5:55 left to go in the fourth. Two receivers either side, 1 in the slot. Shavel has it, and will hand off once again to Jones, and unable to wrap him up.
They're just missing him.
So it'll be a gain of 5 for Jones.
I mean, Coy Anderson had him, and just, of course, he's mad at himself, but.
So that'll bring out 1st and 10 for the Warriors on the Plainfield 38. Shavel will take it and hand off once again to Jones. Spin move in the open field, up ahead to the 34. Late flag comes in. Call that a 4-yard rush.
Yeah, they're going to call 34 on a personal foul of Danville.
So that run gets wiped out, so there's no rush.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to write anything down.
Huh?
I don't have to write anything down. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Danville, so that'll back them up. I believe that'll be a 15-yarder.
And you can't win when you retaliate, and that's what the Danville player did.
I will give credit to Foster. Anytime he gets hit, and he gets hit a lot, he's always there to help the player hit him up.
Yeah.
So it'll be first and very, very long for Danville now. 25. Shavel has it and looks to throw, and it'll be an incomplete pass. Good defense that time by Seth Knuckles, the 6'1", 200-pound senior.
Well, the receiver had to go up for it, and I think he kind of mistimed his jump, so he was a little out of whack trying to catch that anyway. And it looked like he came down and lost the ball.
So that'll be 2nd and 25 after the incompletion. Fable fakes it and throws again. Gets hit as he threw, and it'll be
Way
another
over the
complete
head
pass.
of
Well, he had to throw that one before he wanted to,
Yeah.
for sure.
4th down and 25. That's interesting. What kind of a call do you have for that when you're at your own 47?
Punt.
Now, see, what Plainfield needs to do is if Shable throws the ball, just knock it down. Don't go for the interception. You're going to have field position right here.
And different punter on now, Ben Jones. Unless he's been punting the whole day, and I've been saying Seiler.
I
Tyler's-
think you're right. I think it has been Seiler.
But Ben
Yeah.
Jones on there now. He's typically their running back.
Yep.
He'll do the rugby-style punt, and it'll go out
Go
at
out of
about the
bounds.
21.
Rolls out top the Plainfield 18-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Quakers.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll spot it at the 20. So Plainfield holds, and they'll have the ball back with 4:52. Now here, I'd imagine they'll go conservative, force Danville to use their timeouts, if Danville chooses to.
Yeah.
So I formation for Plainfield, 2 receivers either side. Nyswander will hand off to Foster. He'll be hit as he crosses the line of scrimmage up ahead for 1. Maple will check into the game. Clock continues to run. No timeout from Danville. 24-8 is the score, so I'd imagine Danville might not take their timeouts.
Not just yet. But you're still looking at a 2-possession game, and so I would think under 3 minutes they might start, especially if Plainfield starts getting some first downs.
And now they call a timeout?
The officials' timeout. And one of our other sponsors is Avon Dental Center. They've provided custom-made mouthguards to the football program for the 2nd consecutive year and are celebrating their 20th year in business. They're located at 7517 Beechwood Center Road, Suite 100 in Avon, and can be reached at 272-8100.
I didn't get to go to the bathroom at halftime like normal. Halftime went by quick. I might have to go before we get to the post game.
Yeah.
I'm shaking my legs as best I can.
They really need one in the press box here.
I've never seen one in the
I've
press
never
box.
either.
Even at some of the nicer collegiate stadiums I've ever been to, like Ashland or Fair State.
Well, we were doing, a few years back, we were doing...
I take that back. Fair State had one. It wasn't in the press box, but it was
Yeah.
it was a very big press box. Fair State does have one though. So it's 2nd and 8. And wrapped up in the backfield is Jacob Maple. So call that a loss of 2.
All right, looks like another timeout. American Family Insurance, you can stop by and visit American Family Insurance Doug Hawk Agency, Inc. at 704 North Carr Road in Plainfield. You can reach him at 839-9445. Stop in Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, to discuss your insurance needs. Also, for more than 2 decades, Wicker Construction has engaged in building custom homes, remodeling, insurance repair, handyman services while exceeding client expectations and delivering projects with professionalism and integrity. Wicker Construction works closely with you, the client, to understand your lifestyle and construction needs. Their services include insurance repairs, restoration, hailstorm and weather-related repairs, remodeling services, and new home construction. For more information, you can call Wicker Construction, 839-8353.
Carmel up 21-6 over Noblesville. Fisher leads Hamilton Southeastern 14-0. Pike over Ben Davis 31-20. That's a big
I heard
upset.
that too, yeah.
28-3 is Avon over Brownsburg. Any other big-time scores we'll try and get to as we continue to go. 2 receivers to the right. Nicewander in a pistol set. Sends Jacob Maple out. Nicewander set to throw. Has a wide-open receiver, Clayton White, who broke off the route. Nicewander had it.
Just let him too much.
I don't know.
Goodness.
It was almost like Clayton White gave up on the route.
Wow.
They haven't updated ours for a while. It still shows 17-0. Let's see what that Broderville score is now. Can't seem to find it now. 24-20. Broderville leading Centerville.
Whoa, Danville almost came close to blocking that one.
And it's muffed. And did Plainfield recover? Danville does recover after the muff.
And see, that's one of the things of a young team. I mean, older teams, more mature teams are able to recover those sort of things. So
it'll be 1st and 10 for Danville. 3:51 left to go in the 4th.
Well, Plainfield didn't have it long on that last possession. They need to come up with a stop here defensively.
They only forced Danville to use one timeout.
Yeah.
Shable takes it. And throws in the middle of the field and nobody.
Well, he was trying to hit number 35, Jonathan Curtis,
So
and I think he led him a little bit.
That's 3 straight incompletions for Shable.
And, you know, they can't depend on him missing his receivers. They've got to get in on him and harass him, knock him down.
Plainfield rushes 4, and wrapping him up is Coy Anderson.
Now that's how Coy Anderson makes a tackle.
Well, he was upset for himself for missing that one in the open
He sure
field.
was. He sure was.
And that time he tackled Boyd for a loss.
Got a little bit of a haze out there on the field. I've never seen that before.
Shable, Coy Anderson chasing, and it'll be another incomplete pass.
Wow.
Yeah, you said it. There is a haze out there.
I think we have a lot of wood-burning houses around. Apparently, I think I can smell some smoke. Or maybe it's just because the Quakers are hot. Now, you know how hard I worked on that.
So it'll be 4th and 10 for the Warriors. Shable takes it, throws, and looking for Curtis, and it's incomplete.
Yep.
So Plainfield has it on the turnover on downs, and Plainfield staying.
Trying to hit Jonathan Curtis again, and just led him too much. Oh, yeah, here's an update. I'm going to watch that on when it's archived.
On Sports Online. Well, you know, Brownsburg can do that. It'd be tough to beat Avon again.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, since that game, those two teams have gone in completely opposite directions.
But, you know, they have had back and forth over the years anyway. Uh-oh.
Foster has it, and he's going to be off to the races.
Wow. Finally, the Quakers break one open. Finally, they explode. What a great play.
10, 20, 30,
great blocking.
40, 45 yards for their running touchdown for Foster.
How far was that, Jackie?
Okay, 44. I already marked it 45. I'm not changing it. I'm giving him the extra yard.
I wouldn't change it.
I wouldn't change it.
Hagee on for the PAT, and he puts that one
more
up
like
and
it.
in.
That's the kind of kick Hagee makes.
So we'll go and thank some more of our sponsors, and we'll start with the Beacon Sign Company. The Beacon Sign Company specializes in local high school sports and event signage needs. This is their 12th year supporting the Red Pride football program. They are located at 9305 East U.S. Highway 36 in Avon. You can call 272-2388 for all your signage needs, or stop by Monday through Friday from 9 to 6.
With Julia Berberick and Bud Green from Remax Centerstone, you can consider it sold. As a team, Julie and Bud have over 20 years of combined commercial and residential sales experience. Our team effort has brought many large-scale commercial projects to Plainfield, and Julia is a continued leader in residential sales across the country. You can call Julia today at 754-5057, 754-5057. Let her make your next home purchase or selling experience as stress-free as possible.
Special thanks to the Niagara Bottling Company, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information on that, how they can get to work for you, please call 909-230-5000, extension 5912. Did he just read the Broad Ripple score?
Oh, I didn't hear one.
Said Northview. I think Northview plays Lebanon, so that's why they're saying that score.
Well, I think they were leading. No. Were they leading Mooresville?
Oh, well.
Centerville is who Broad Ripple plays. And that kick is, where is it? Oh, by 1 yard line at the Boyd. Boyd rushes out to the 30. So very nice return from Boyd to set up Danville with 2:54 left to go.
Well, the Warriors essentially down 4 touchdowns. They made a valiant effort. Plainfield came out to play tonight. They executed very, very well defensively. They bent a little bit, didn't break, at least thus far. It still have 2:54 to go.
First and 10. Play is set up. And it's call it 5 yards.
That was Jacob Sherrill, the receiver for Danville.
Thank you. 39. Shable takes it, throws, has a receiver, brought down very quickly after another 4-yard gain. I didn't see who caught it, but they're down on the sideline.
Who had that reception?
I don't know who had the reception. 34. Perry on the reception.
So another 4-yard gain.
Peyton Perry.
That one just off of the fingertips of the intended target.
It's bright.
Nick Gillum. Third and 1 on the Danville 40. Shable has pressure, evades it, steps up, makes the throw. And Clemens on the coverage.
I've heard some discussion that was 4th down. I guess it's not. I guess this is 4th down. Okay. Okay, there seems to be some delay. Maybe they're talking about what they're going to have on their pizza after the game.
Well, if I remember right, they had the 5-yard gain, the 4-yard gain, and then that incomplete pass. So it should be 4th down.
5th and 1. Okay.
Shable takes it, quick throw, open man in the flat.
And pass complete. We've got a flag on the play. Pass complete, number 1, McGovern.
McGovern on the catch for the gain of 2.
I wonder if it's... I don't see a...
Face mask call against Plainfield.
Another face mask.
And this will be the 20-yard variety.
So, minute 59 left to go. 31-8 is the score. Danville has it on the Plainfield 43. Danville still with 2 timeouts. Clock continues to roll. Shable fakes the run and has pressure. Rolls to the right. Throwing downfield, and it's an incomplete pass.
Looks like.
Two receivers in the area.
A little too low for him.
I think one receiver went for it, and the other was
Yeah.
the intended target. And kind of tackled his own teammate.
Mm-hmm.
This time, you just don't want to get hurt.
So 2nd and 10.
Shable back to throw.
Shable back, has pressure,
Running for his
evading it. In pursuit, still not able to bring him down, and Shable will run out of bounds.
That was number 5, Miller chasing.
Miller chased him all the way around 465. still
Yeah,
couldn't
just
bring him
about.
down.
Seems like it.
So I'll bring out 3rd and call it 5 after the 5-yard run from Shable. Shable rolls to his right, throws in the open field to number 39, who gets ahead for the first down for about 7 yards. That is Jacob Sherrill.
Sorry. 39 Sherrill.
So it'll be 1st and 10. Clock continues to roll.
Shable throws. Incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
He was trying to hit Jonathan Curtis again.
35 passing attempts for Shable on the game. Sure, you throw the ball 35 times, it takes it out of you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank goodness for the shotgun. Be tough to retreat to pass every time.
Shable back to throw. He's under pressure.
Yeah, there he goes.
And this time he's brought down.
Number 44, Biddle.
Sack made by Biddle.
Finally corrals him.
Shable takes a slow to get up.
He left it all on the field. He and number 28, Dylan Boyd.
So clock under a minute now. Shable takes it. Quick throw. Batted up.
Intercepted.
Batted up at the line of scrimmage and
Nope. Almost picked off.
Oh,
That was...
Brad Wicker had his hands on it.
43, Bradley Wicker. Almost with the pick.
How much closer can you get to an interception?
Yeah, I know.
Brings out
He'll be seeing that in his dreams tonight.
Well, I'm sure he'll still be dreaming of the win.
Yeah.
Offensive line for Danville seems to be getting tired too. Shable's throwing under pressure each and every single time.
number 32, Hamilton.
That's it.
And Plainfield will take over on down with 37 seconds left.
So after the 4th down play, Plainfield has it and just needs to go out in victory formation.
Well, you know, I think Plainfield's defense probably just as tired as Danville's quarterback. And, you know, chasing him around like that because he's a very fleet athlete. And, you know, they had some good athletes tonight. Plainfield, though, made the stops when they had to. And like you said, the victory formation. Jacob Maple. Well, now they need the ball. Well, now they're... There's the first kneel down. Inside a half minute.
And it looks like we're going to get one more
Yeah, we had some Quakers out there congratulating. Well, now there's no more snap. That's it.
Plainfield 31, Danville 8. Congratulations, Coach Woodard, as Plainfield advances.
And one of our sponsors, while JP is figuring up his stats, is Three Pint Brews Pub. It's an excellent place for great food. They offer craft drink selections brewed on site. They feature a family-friendly atmosphere. Will make a great destination for your next dining experience. They are located 5020 Cambridge Way in Plainfield. More information about menu, drink selections, call 829-1000. Hours, Sunday, Monday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Tuesday to Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., Friday to Saturday, 11 a.m. to 12:30. And what a great ball game for the Quakers. They snap a home losing streak. And they snap also 4 straight losses in the postseason for Coach Woodard. 31-8 is the final. And Doug Eatons, along with J.P. Sinclair, did an excellent job broadcasting, doing the play-by-play. And again, a list of the sponsors: the Hendricks County Flyer, Rhodes and Kinley LLP, Copico Office Solutions, American Family Insurance, the Doug Hawk Agency, Inc., Wicker Construction, Julia Berberick of Remax Centerstone, Niagara Bottling Company, Beacon Sign Company, Three Pints Brew Pub, Carey Digital, Jimmy John's, Dugan Chevrolet, Dugan Sport Performance, Coachman Restaurant and Lounge, BMO Harris, and the payroll departments. And we want to thanks to our friends at the Hendricks County Flyer that have helped make tonight's video webcast possible. Please check them out online as well as watch tonight's game at flyergroup.com. I'll be, for one, watching this archived broadcast for tonight just to check out how well or how not well I did on the camera. But it was a great win for the Quakers. Congratulations to Coach Woodard. They're now at 3-7 on the year and looking to travel to Northview next Friday night, 7 p.m. kickoff against Northview for the second round of the postseason.
Almost done, I promise.
Okay. And I'll just go ahead and pay tribute to some of our sponsors here. Motion 360 by Hendricks Regional Health provides care for the way you were meant to move. We care for every muscle, bone, and joint in your body to get you back to the activities you love. You get more information online at mymotion360.org. And established in 1882 as Harris Bank and owned by BMO Financial Group since 1984, BMO Harris Bank has grown to become one of the largest banks in the Midwest, serving personal, commercial, and affluent customers. They're located Plainfield, 2609 East Main. For more information, call them 839-3501. And let me see if I can find Rhodes and Kinsley. Here we go. Rhodes and Kinsley LLP are CPAs and financial advisors. They've been in business since 1990. They handle individual and business tax and accounting work. They're located 8315 West 10th Street in Indianapolis. You can call 271-1040, 271-1040 to set up an appointment. Copico Office Solutions is a local Xerox dealership. We sell and service copiers and printers and provide a wide variety of technology solutions, providing and supporting all your business technology needs. Copico is located 2920 Fortune Circle West, Suite C. You can call 241-5800 or stop by Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Avon Dental Center has provided custom-made mouth guards to the football program for the second consecutive year, celebrating 20 years in business. They're located 7517 Beechwood Center Road, Suite 100 at Avon, and can be reached 272-8100. Stop by and visit American Family Insurance Doug Hawk Agency, Inc. at 704 North Carr in Plainfield. You can reach him at 839-9445. Stop in Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 to discuss your insurance needs. And for more than 2 decades, Wicker Construction is engaged in building custom homes, remodeling, insurance repair, handyman services, while exceeding client expectations and delivering projects with professionalism and integrity. Wicker Construction works closely with you, the client, to understand your lifestyle and construction needs.
Welcome back.
Their services, excuse me.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
I forgot that next to the page.
Missed one of the sheets here. Their services, Wicker Construction, include insurance repairs, restoration, hailstorm and weather-related repairs, remodeling services, new home construction. For more information, call Wicker Construction, 839-8353.
Well, back at Plainfield High School, Plainfield varsity football team gets a sectional win tonight to move on to the second round to face the winner of Lebanon Northview. Now let's go and take a look at the scoring recap for tonight. The Plainfield High School Quakers got on the board first on a Morgan Hagee field goal to make it 3-0. Then at 2:59 left in the second quarter, Foster ran it in from 13 yards for his first touchdown of the night to make it 10-0. At the 8:59 mark in the third, Jacob Maple had the maple syrup touchdown pass to Dayton Clements to make it 17-0.
Never going to let me forget that.
At the 3:39 mark in the third quarter, Danville got on the board after a Dylan Boyd 11-yard touchdown rush to make it 17-7, and they went for the 2-point conversion to make it 17-8. With 2:56 left to go in the third, Colin Nicewander had a nice touchdown pass to Dante Keys for 60 yards to make it 24-8. And then Dylan Foster in the fourth quarter had the 54-yard touchdown run to make it our final 31-8.
It looks to me like Danville just kind of wore out in that second half. They got they allowed Plainfield to score on Plainfield's first possession of the second half. Plainfield deferred, got the kickoff, went right down the field. It really made it look easy. And I think that kind of took a little bit of the wind out of the sails. But you could tell that Danville was tiring because a lot of their players do go, both ways and so on. And
Boyd especially.
Yeah. After it was 24-8, I thought that was pretty much the extent that Danville had.
Well, let's go ahead and look at the offensive statistics, and we'll start with Danville. We'll start with the rushing category. Christian Schlabel had 6 attempts for 30 yards on the night. Also, Ben Jones had 16 carries for 147 yards. And then also, Dylan Boyd was a workhorse for the Warriors tonight. He had 96 yards on 9 rushes and a touchdown. Passing, Christian Schlabel had 140 yards, had 120 at half, only got 20 more in the second half for Danville. He had,
well, I think
37 passing attempts on the night.
Yeah, I think that he was just kind of off. I mean, he missed a lot of wide open people. There were a lot of drops. That was one thing that I noticed, especially from veteran players.
Receiving for Danville, they got Con McGovern, 2 catches for 7 yards. Also, Nick Gillum had 1 reception for 7 yards. Ben Jones, 1 reception for 4 yards. And also Nick Hamilton had 1 reception for 15 yards. Jonathan Curtis had 9 receptions for 59 yards. Also, in the reception game, Chase Padgett had 2 receptions for 17 yards. And also, Dylan Boyd had 2 receptions for 5 yards. A lot of reception. Peyton Perry also had 3 receptions for 29 yards. And Jacob Sherrill had 2 receptions for 11 yards. So they did do a good job getting all the receivers involved in that passing game, though.
Yeah. Again, like you said, the sophomore quarterback, very, very good athlete. I was impressed with him at the Lucas Oil Stadium game, and did a very, very good job in that particular game, even though it was a loss. But that's, kind of on a national stage there playing where the Colts play. But did a good job here tonight. But I think Plainfield got a little bit of a pass rush on him, nailed him at least once that I saw. Probably should have had him more than that, but we're still able to kind of contain him more often than not. And I'm not sure what the story was on Danville's lone touchdown run, why he didn't play in the second half, more in the second half.
I think he was tired playing both ways, like you said, because we saw him on the defensive side of the ball just huffing and puffing a lot.
Yeah.
So let's go and take a look at Plainfield's statistics, and we'll start with rushing. Tristan Southwood had 8 rushes for 53 yards. Dylan Foster had 19 carries in this one for 113 yards and 2 scoring touchdowns. Also, Jacob Maple, had 6 rushes for a total of 4 yards, and then also Nicewander had 2 rushes for 0 yards. Passing the ball for Colin Nicewander was absolutely no problem here tonight. He had he was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of 20 on the night for 412 yards.
Wow.
Unless I made a mistake there.
Well, of course, you had that 160-yard pass that made it 24-8.
Yeah.
And
that definitely helps.
Yeah. And so he Like you said, these, the receivers have got some speed. It's just a matter of executing. It's a matter of getting some experience under their belt, and it's also a matter of that offensive line protecting him, giving him the time to make his reads.
And Jacob Maple had one touchdown pass on the game as well from 4 yards out. Receiving for the Quakers, Clayton White had 2 receptions for 22 yards. Also in that receiving game, Dante Keys had 5 receptions for 95 yards. He was Nice Wonders' pretty much go-to target most of the night. Clements had 1 reception for 4 yards, the touchdown pass from Jacob Maple. Also, Gavin Ritter had 2 receptions for 35 yards. Also in that receiving game, Jacob Maple, 1 reception for 14 yards, and Dylan Foster had 3 receptions for 41 yards. In the kicking game, Plainfield was 1 of 2 on the leg of Morgan Hagee. He had 1 make from 25 yards and 1 miss from 49 yards, and he was 4 of 4 on his PATs. So those are the statistics that I have came up with.
Well, I think that sometimes you see some teams have a feel for another team. And this makes an even dozen for the Quakers over Danville since they resumed the series in 2005. Before that, it was really back and forth. In fact, I had chronicled 56 games, 55 games, something like that, in the history between these two schools. And Danville had a 7-game edge when the series ended in '96, and or might have been '97. Anyway, one of those 2 years. It was in the late '90s, and then they resumed in 2005. Plainfield's owned them. And but Danville has nothing to hang their heads about. They won 4 games out of 9, and they lost this one. But it's a brand new sectional for them. They're in a new class, so Sumner, I think, has them pointing in the right direction. I think his offensive scheme wore his own kids out more than it did the defense.
Well, if you had to give a player of the game, who would you give it to tonight?
Well, it depends on whose side.
On Plainfield's either offense or defense?
I'll tell you, I would have to go with Colin Nicewander offensively.
I think that's his first player of the game all year long for us.
He was sharp. He was sharp on his reads, sharp on his passes. He was mobile when he had to be. He wasn't real effective when he had to run, but I would have to give it to him. And on defense, I'd have to give it to Bryce Biddle. I think that he played very, very well in the middle and put some pressure on Danville's running and passing game.
I almost wonder if that 412 yards is correct. I almost want to redo my math because that still seems inexorbitantly high. But we'll go with it.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I don't normally do the stats. I normally leave that to Leck. That's my own fault, but I did my best here tonight.
Well, he shouldn't have left you up in the air like this. I think he owes you one.
Well,
next, hopefully next week we'll see what happens at Northview.
Yep. Up next for Plainfield High School, they will play the winner of Lebanon or Northview, which I'm guessing is Northview.
Yeah. It'll be there.
They played at Lebanon last year's sectional, so
I'm
not even sure where Northview is at, but we'll get there when we have to.
We'll find out.
And it should be posted on Audio Sports Online when and where that game is, and you're more than welcome to join us. Well, we should have coverage of that game.
It was a pleasure.
So. For Doug Edens, I'm JP Sinclair, wishing you a safe and happy weekend. Thank you for joining us.